Uh, ah, hi. Is it that time already? Hi everyone. Hello. It's me. I'm Sonny, and I'm streaming today. Hi everyone. Welcome, welcome. Um. Ah. Hi everyone. Sorry for the wait. I am here. It's me, Sonny Brisko, NIJISANJI. Hello. How are you? Hi everyone. Welcome. How are you? I'm sorry for being late. I was very busy preparing for the stream today. I thought I could maybe set everything up and get all my preparations straight a lot faster than I could, but apparently not. I'm unprepared once again. I'm sorry. But it's good to see everyone here. I think I know what I'm doing now. I'm gonna have to wing it a little bit. But I'm sure, we're gonna have a good time anyway. Okay, so thank you for joining Brisquad. Arigatou. Thank you. So the stream today, this is the long-awaited, fabled Sonny Dream stream that I have talked about a few times, that we were gonna do this, where we talk about our dreams and what happens, what goes on in our brains and bodies when we sleep. When we are asleep, suyaaa, what happens in our minds and our spirits and our bodies? What's going on in there? So I am very interested in dreams, and I have been for a while. And I'm especially very interested in lucid dreams and other strange dream phenomenon. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna talk about dreams and lucid dreams and all these types of things. And I also I was collecting everyone else's dreams. So I posted on Twitter a little form that you could fill out for all the listeners, all the Briskadets, to post their dream journal entries. So there were a lot of entries. There was more than 1,500 entries, which is more than I could go through. But I found some good ones in there, and I'm gonna try and read a lot of them, as much as I can, because there are definitely some really interesting ones in there. Yeah, and thank you everyone that submitted their dreams and shared with us. Thank you so much. So first of all, what is a dream exactly? Does anyone know what is a dream? What is a dream? So what I think a dream is when you sleep, your brain and your body is unconsciously doing a lot of I guess you could call it like maintenance. Or I think the common theory is that when you're asleep and resting, your brain is sort of organizing your memories and your experiences that happened while you were awake, and sort of sorting through them and seeing, do we want to keep this memory? Do we want to make this memory more accessible, and all these sorts of things. And that's why you will sort of visualize like all these images, and sometimes things from your memory will appear in your dreams. Yeah. Well, that's one theory. I don't actually know. No one really knows why they happen, but that's what I think is happening. So it's often said that your dreams carry meaning behind them, and it was a common practice in psychology once upon a time, popularized by geniuses such as Dr. Sigmund Freud, that they would analyze people's dream experiences and try to psychoanalyze the patient and see if there was any meaning, any psychological or emotional meaning to be derived from the dream. I don't know about that. I don't know how true any of those studies were, but that was something that happened once upon a time. But you know, maybe there is an element of truth to that. You know, it's all the dreams. They all come from your experiences, and you know, and what you're thinking about. I'm sure there is an element of meaning behind it. But for the most part, I think it's mostly just random stuff. You know, because it doesn't make any sense. A lot of the stuff that happens in dreams doesn't make any sense. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It just happens as your brain is going brrrr. It's just firing on all cylinders, making images and sounds and all kinds of things happen. Yeah. So, let's see. So a dream is an experience you have while you're asleep, and it's almost like a real life experience, except it's all happening in your mind. It's not real. And you can have very interesting experiences that would not be possible in real life within your dreams. And so I enjoy that. So I think it's cool and interesting and fun. And you know, sometimes you might have a bad dream or a sad dream, which is not very fun. But usually, you know, even if it was not a very good one, I still like to sort of look back on it after I wake up and think that it was an interesting experience. Yeah. So, that's not a very good explanation, but I guess that's what a dream is about. that's what dreams are. And then a lucid dream is a lucid dream. First of all, lucid is an English word that means, well, like aware or self-aware, I guess, or something like that. So basically, when you're having a lucid dream, it's where you're in a dream, but you understand, you're aware that you're in a dream at the same time. So usually, you know, in for most people at least, you know, they don't realize that they're dreaming. They're seeing everything happening in the dream while they're asleep, and they might think it's real. But when you're having a lucid dream, you're in the dream, but you're aware that it's a dream, and you continue to dream. Usually. See, the thing about lucid dream is that a lucid dream is also an elusive dream. At least for me, because a lot of the time, after I realize that it's a dream, I just wake up right away. Yeah, so that's one thing about dreams, is that they have different rules to the real world, to reality. So a lot of the stuff that happens in dreams is stuff that could never happen in real life, but there's also a lot of patterns in and one of them, at least in my case, is that if you get too excited, you tend to wake up from the dream. So when you're lucid dreaming, if that's an experience that you enjoy and you want to continue, you have to try to stay calm, because if you get too excited, you'll wake up. Yeah, so it's very difficult. Yeah, so yes, lucid dreaming is something that I am very interested in, because once you're aware of the dream, you can first of all, like, all of the fear can, not, I guess not for everyone, but just for example, if you're having a bad dream, once you realize it's a dream and it's not real, you know, it's not as scary, at least for some people. I don't know, maybe some people that might make it worse for them, because they want to wake up but they can't wake up. But in my case, you know, once you realize it's a dream, there's nothing to be afraid of. You know it's all fake, right? So I enjoy the lucid dreams, because once you realize it's a dream, you know, the fear is taken away, but also you can just enjoy the dream experience that you can't really experience in real life. It's like visiting another world with it's like visiting a different dimension with different rules and different experiences. Yeah, so it can be a lot of fun, and if you can, how do I say this? It's actually possible to have a certain degree of control over your dreams once you become lucid. And it can be quite difficult, and you know, I and a lot of people often, you know, will try things with no success. But you can have lucid dreams, and you can control your surroundings and control the things that happen in your dreams sometimes. Yeah. So let's see. I've been keeping a dream journal for a little while, and I have a lot of periods in my life where I will have a lot of vivid dreams, a lot of very memorable dreams, and I can remember what happened when I wake up, and I'll be able to write them down. And then I'll have times where I don't remember my dreams at all for a long time. And right now, I haven't been remembering my dreams very, very well, very clearly for a few months probably. But I do have some dreams written down from a little while ago, at least. Yeah. And in addition to the dreams that I wrote down, I also I wrote down a few like notes and stuff about lucid dreams, and kind of my goals, in controlling my dreams, I guess you could say. Yeah, so I'm trying to gain more control over my dreams. Although I haven't been working that hard on it lately, yeah. And part of it is just I've been too busy and maybe losing a little bit of sleep. My sleep schedule's a bit out of whack at the moment. So I haven't been having very strong dreams at the moment. But once I get back onto it, yeah, I want to have more control over my dreams. So, I'm just looking through some of my notes here. Let's see, what do we got? Yeah. So here's a few notes that I wrote a little while ago. I just said when you get too excited, you know, it tends to make the dream unstable, or you become your lucidity, I guess, your awareness of the dream. It's kind of like your grip on reality, but it's your grip on the dream. It becomes weaker when you become excited. That's what I've found. Yeah. And another thing, the dream will always try to convince you that it's not a dream, that it's real. Yeah. So for example, like if you see something ridiculous and nonsensical that sort of like throws you off, and you say, wait, there's no way that could be real, this must be a dream, there will always be some kind of roundabout explanation to explain why it's actually not a dream. And if you ask any characters within your dream if this is a dream, they will always say no, it's not a dream. They'll always try to convince you that it's not a dream. So you can't listen to them. You can't trust anyone or anything. You only trust yourself. Okay. So like for example, I think I read this example somewhere. I couldn't really think of one myself, but for example, if you saw a man with two heads, you would probably think that that's ridiculous. Like, is that even real? And you would try to do like you would like second guess yourself and just think, you might think, wow, this might be a dream or something. But it's very likely that like after you see something like that, like for example, you'll pick up a newspaper and says, the circus is in town, see the two-headed man, the amazing two-headed man. And then you'll say, the circus is in town. I guess that makes sense that there would be a two-headed man. I guess it's not a dream then. Right? So just for example, you know, that's one way that the dream might try to trick you, to convince you that it's not actually a dream. Yeah, and I've had a few experiences like that, I guess. Yeah. And then I've found that well, some people say that if you're having a dream or a lucid dream and you close your eyes and then you open them again, you'll be transported to a different location in the dream world. Like you might slip and like warp or teleport to another place that you weren't previously. That's what some people say, but when I tried it, my eyes actually opened in real life. So and that made me wake up. So I try to avoid doing that. Yeah. So that's one thing that some people do that I've read about. But I don't want to try it anymore myself, because when I tried it, it made me open my eyes in real life, and I woke up and the dream ended. Yeah, so maybe I'm not ready for that. I probably need to gain more control over my dreams before I can try that. Yeah. And so this is one that I haven't had much experience with, but you can speak to the dream, and the dream will answer back. This is kind of an insane concept, but if you're having a dream and you speak out loud and say with your words, certain things, the dream world will often respond back in some way. So for example, what I have experienced is, if you're beginning a lucid dream, but you're having trouble, retaining control, like for example, there are different levels of vividness, I guess, of the dream. So you might have a dream that's a bit like unclear, like you can't really perceive things very well. It's blurry maybe, or the world is dark, you can't see anything. Then you can one thing you can do, you can speak out loud. You have to say out loud in a clear voice, "Give me clarity," or you say, "Activate HD now," and you say it out loud. And if you really think it and will it, the dream will become more clear, and you'll be able to see things and feel things more clearly and with more control. This is true. This is real, and I've experienced this. Yeah, for real. So if you're ever having a lucid dream, one trick you can do. So there are a few ways to try to increase your lucidity. First thing, rub your hands together. Rub them together. Like this, rub them together. Just two palms together, rub them together. And that will help stabilize you within the dream world. And that's another thing. You say out loud. And the thing is, I was kind of embarrassed to say it, like within the dream, like who are you saying that to? Who are you talking to? But you just have to say it. Like I felt like it's kind of embarrassing to just say out loud. Like, what if I say it in real life as well? Like if I'm just lying in bed and like someone in the house just hears me say, "Activate HD now," like in the middle of the night or something. Yeah. But that's one thing you can do. You can really speak out loud to the dream world, and it will answer back to you, and things will happen, and the dream world will change. Yeah. So you just have to say it out loud and out clear, and you really have to think it and feel it and will it into happening. Yeah. Yes. So, I feel like there was another note about that I read somewhere. Hang on. I've got my page of notes here. Let me take a look. Hang on. Hi. Yeah. Okay, so here's another thing. Yep. So, for example, if you want to see a certain person or thing appear in your dream, you can actually say, like, "Come to me," or like, "Show me," or "Appear," and then say the person's name or the thing, and it will often appear. But the thing is, it's very difficult to get it to appear right before you. So this is a little trick. You have to look away, or you have to imagine that the thing that you wish to appear is behind a corner. So say that you're in the dream world, you're out on the street somewhere, and then you have to imagine that the thing that you want to see is around the corner. So like, if you want to see your old friend that you haven't seen for a long time, you say, what's their name gonna be? Like Alban. Yeah. So you have to first imagine that Alban is waiting for you around the corner, and you have to say to the dream, "Show me Alban." And then when you go around the corner, he's gonna be there. And that's how you see Alban in your dreams. Yeah. Yeah, and I have had a few experiences like this before, but it's very difficult. Yeah. And another thing, often when you try to do things like this in your dream, it's very often it's not gonna be a perfect recreation, you know, because in dreams, you know, things look kind of weird and like distorted a lot of the time. Or for example, if you look at your hands in a dream, if you look at them just at a glance, it might not look that strange. But if you look at them for a long time, you'll notice that your hands, they look like very strange and distorted and unusual. Your fingers might be floating off to the side, and like they might have like strange shapes like coming out of them and so on. So often like the characters or the objects or the places in your dreams will look distorted and you know, unusual basically, which can be disturbing, but you just have to accept that that's just how dreams work. You know, it's very rarely going to be like an accurate representation of what it actually looks like in real life. So but one thing you can do is once you have the thing that you want to see, if it doesn't look perfect, you can try to look away, just turn away, and then imagine that it'll be more accurate. Or you can just say like, you can say something like, "I'm going to look away, and when I turn back, you will be the perfect image of Alban." And if you say that out loud and turn back, then very often, you know, they're going to look like a more accurate version of whatever you're trying to look at. Yeah. So yeah, that's another trick you can do. Again, I haven't had too much experience with stuff like this. Maybe a little bit, but yeah, not that much. This is just mostly stuff that I've read online. Yeah. Or another thing you can do, you can pull things out of your pockets, or you can maybe try to open a door and it will be there, or you can pull it out of a hole or something like that. So for example, I have when I need fire or something, I just reach into my pocket and I summon a lighter, and there's a lighter in my hand. But sometimes the lighter doesn't work, and when I try to like flick it on, it just water comes out. So it doesn't always work the way that you think it's gonna work. But I was able to summon a lighter a few times. Yeah. Yeah. So you can do things like that. Or if you see an object within the dream world, you can try to shapeshift that object into the object of your desire. So if you see like, I don't know, a fire hydrant, and you say, "I want to see Uki emerge from this fire hydrant," it'll probably happen. Yeah, you just have to be confident about it and really will it into happening, and Uki will emerge from the fire hydrant. Yeah. Yeah. And again, you know, and if it's not perfect, you just look away, just turn away and say, "You will become a more accurate representation of Uki," and then turn back, and then it should look a little better. Yeah. Or I think I haven't tried this before, but apparently if you paint a picture in the air, it will often transform into, you know, a solid. I know it's weird to say solid because it's a dream, but it will often transform into like a perceivable version of, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to summon. So maybe you could. I'm gonna draw a picture of Fulgur in the air with my finger. You just paint a picture of Fulgur, and then it'll start forming into existence. Yeah. I don't think I've ever done that before, but that's another thing that I read. Yeah. Yeah. So this is all pretty advanced stuff. Like I haven't even had much success with most of this stuff, but that is like some of the more advanced stuff you can do. And I've read stuff about, you know, very complex lucid dreams with, you know, like people that have a lot of control over their dreams, and they can you know, recreate whatever scenario it is that they're trying to like imagine, as if it's like what do you call it, like VR or like the holodeck from like Star Trek or whatever. And I think if you get good enough, you can, you know, you can make all sorts of like stories and experiences to your desire, basically. Yeah, I'm not quite at that level yet, but one day I want to be able to control them with a lot of control. Yeah. So you need to start off small, you know? You need to start off with just being able to recognize how to enter a lucid dream, or how to realize that it's a dream. And one thing that some people do is just during like the day when they're awake for real, you just do reality checks and make it part of your everyday life and your schedule and your routine. So for example, if you just while you're awake, like right now I'm just gonna do it. If you try to push your fingers from one hand through your palm in another hand, it's not gonna go through, because, you know, it's real life, it's physical. That's not possible without breaking something. That's not gonna work. But if you just make that a habit to just keep trying to do that, and just imagine that your hand is gonna go through your other hand, eventually, you know, you're gonna try to do that unconsciously within your dream. And when it actually happens, because that's very possible in your dream, then that's how you know that you're in a dream at that time. Now, I haven't had much success with stuff like this, even though I had a time where I was doing this every day, and it barely ever happened in my dreams. But that's one thing that you can do. Just do reality checks and just, you know, look at your hands every now and then in real life, and just think to yourself, is this a dream? And if you keep thinking that, eventually it'll start happening more when you're actually having a dream. Yeah. Yeah, but from my experiences, it's usually like after something crazy happens, I will realize that it's a dream, and then I'll just be able to latch onto that and stay within the lucid dream. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, so I think if you're just only getting into lucid dreaming, you should just try to start small. Don't do anything too crazy, or you'll probably get too excited, or you'll just give up. And that's another thing. Lucid dreams, sometimes when you get bored or when you get too comfortable, you will forget that it's a dream, and you'll lose control, and it won't be lucid anymore. It'll just be a regular dream again. Yeah. So you have to always remind yourself. Like you have to I don't know, you just have to just take like a moment every few like seconds or minutes, I guess, to just remind yourself it's a dream, it's a dream. Rub your hands together to stay stabilized, stuff like that. And there's a bunch of other things you do. Like I think hang on a second. Oh, yeah. One thing another thing you can do. You should pinch your nose and try to breathe through your nose. And if that works, that means you're dreaming. Because it doesn't work in real life. I'll try it now. No, it didn't work. So, but if you try it in a dream, it's gonna work. So maybe one method that I tried a little while ago is once I become lucid, I just constantly hold on to my nose and just keep breathing through my closed nose. And that's just a constant reminder that I'm always in a lucid dream. Yeah. But even then, I don't know how well that works. It worked pretty well that one time I tried it, though. Yes. So yeah, you gotta start small. Just first of all, you just need to pace yourself, stay calm, and don't try to do anything too crazy. Because I think a lot of people, myself included, your first reaction once you realize it's a dream is to try something crazy. Like, a lot of the times I'll just get too excited and try to fly around, which works. And you know, you can not all the time, but if you have a good amount of control, you can just start flying around like Superman or Goku, whoever you like, and just start flying around. But a lot of the times when I try that, I get too excited and I just lose control of the dream, and you know, everything fades to black and I wake up. Yeah, that's often what happens to me. So I try not to do that right from the start, at least. Yeah, you gotta start small. Just, you know, just walk around, keep rubbing your hands together, walk around. They say that doing math equations will activate higher brain function to make you more like aware, make you more lucid. So I just like walk around and saying 1 + 1 = 2. I'm doing math now. I am awake. I am aware of what I'm doing. So that's what some people do. I can't tell if that helps, but I think it probably does. That makes sense, right? And just, yeah, keep doing reality checks. Keep like pushing your fingers through your hands. Don't get distracted. It's very easy to get distracted once you're in a lucid dream. And you shouldn't be thinking about reality or what's going on with your real body, because I've been in a lucid dream and I've felt like my throat is dry in real life, or like I've got something stuck in my throat in real life. Maybe if I try to swallow in real life, I'll be able to, you know, remain in the dream and then forget about it. But if you do that, you know, you're going to be too aware of your physical body, and that's going to make you wake up. So I try to just forget about that, ignore it. Yeah. So I've had experiences like that. Yeah, don't get bored or you'll forget that it's a dream. Don't give up. Like, if you start fading, like a lot of the time, like if I'm losing control and I'm starting to wake up, like I'll notice visually that the dream starts fading to black or to white, or it'll just start becoming blurry. And that, it's usually, well, not usually, but a lot of the time that means it's inevitable and you're about to wake up. But don't give up, because sometimes you can still salvage it if you just keep rubbing your hands together within the dream, you know? Sometimes you can salvage it and you can remain within the dream. Yeah. Oh, that's what I've found anyway. I don't know, maybe all this stuff is different for other people, but this is mostly what my experience has been like. Yeah. You just gotta hang on and just like try to stay within the dream. Just latch onto the dream. It's very hard to like explain, but you just have to hold on. Yeah. And also, people say that if you spin around in a circle, that helps you remain in the dream. I haven't had much luck with that. Similar to people say that you close your eyes and open it again. But that didn't really work for me. And spinning in a circle, apparently that helps some people stay cemented within the dream. But it didn't work for me. When I tried that, it teleported me to different places, and that sort of like surprised me, I guess, and I guess that's what woke me up. And another thing, like people say, if you try to like fall down, if you're standing up in the dream and you just let yourself fall down, boom, they say that will teleport you to a new place, and you can use that as a teleportation method. But when I tried that, it just made me wake up. So I wouldn't recommend that. I don't know, maybe you can try it if you have the chance, but yeah. Yeah. And let's see. Yeah, so I have a lot of goals that I want to try and like in lucid dreams that I haven't got around to yet. I'm kind of still just trying to retain basic control more than anything. Just being able to walk around is already like a challenge. So I haven't had that many chances, and I often forget like what I'm trying to do within my lucid dreams. Like I have goals, like for example, I wanted to try something, like maybe it would help if I could summon a tool out of my pocket that would just constantly remind me that it's a dream, and that would that would just be a constant reminder. I don't know. So for example, I was planning to summon like glasses or like a scouter, like a Dragon Ball scouter or something, that if I put them on, it will constantly have an overlay in my vision that says, now dreaming. And that would just be a constant reminder that I'm dreaming. I just want to check if that works. I haven't had the chance yet, but that's just an idea to help. Like maybe that'll help me remember that it's a dream. And let's see. I think once I get to like a better level, I wanted to try doing more things. Like I don't know, there's basic stuff like you might just want to practice speaking and socializing and stuff within the dream. So for me, I've had a problem with social anxiety for a while. So I would when I have a lucid dream, sometimes I would just find people to talk to in the dream and just talk and have nothing to worry about and just practice talking and thinking of stuff together. Or maybe if you're practicing a language, you can practice a language with the characters in the dream. But the thing about that is that you only have the other person can only speak as much of the language as you can, so it might be somewhat limited. I don't know if there's much to this. You wouldn't be able to learn any new information, but you might be able to practice the information that you already know, like the language that you already know, and maybe reinforce the skills that you already have. Yeah. But just on the topic of language learning, you're probably better off speaking to someone that's maybe a little bit, at least a little bit, better than you at the language that you're learning. But that's one thing you can do within a lucid dream. You can practice talking to people, or practice speaking a different language, or you can practice public speaking. You can, try to put yourself in a situation where you're speaking in front of a crowd, or you're performing in front of a crowd, and that might help you like practice that. So there are therapeutic and practical reasons to lucid dream as well. So you could do that, or you could just use it as a playground, or to fantasize about whatever it is you want to do and just have fun. And so for example, some more advanced things that I want to do. One day I want to fire a Kamehameha in my dream. I've been trying for a while, but it never works. Like I want to charge up a Kamehameha and shoot it in my dream, but every time I try it, it doesn't work. I don't know why. But also I feel like if I did try that, it would probably be too stimulating, and like even if it succeeded, I would just be too like excited and just wake up right away anyway. But I want to do it. I want to shoot Kamehameha. Yeah. Yes. I was trying to think. I had written some other stuff here. Yeah. I'm trying to I've been trying to summon Chiyochichi in my dreams, but it might be because he's not really a human shape. It might be difficult to summon him, but I haven't had any success so far. I've been trying to summon Chiyochichi into my dreams because he only appears in dreams anyway, so I don't know why I couldn't summon him, but it didn't work when I tried. Too bad. Yeah, one day I'll get Chiyochichi to appear in my dreams and we'll talk. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to try various different powers. Like flying around usually works for me, but it's very strange in dreams. Not just lucid dreams, but in regular unconscious dreams as well. Have you ever noticed that it's never straightforward flying? Like there's always some weird quirk about the way that you're able to fly. Like for example, instead of flying, it's riding the wind. For example, I've had that experience a few times. Like I can't straight up fly away, but if the wind is blowing, I can sort of catch the wind and like surf the wind. Yeah. Or like for example, I can sense the wind vectors and sort of like channel myself into the wind vectors, and that's how I am able to move through the air, but only in a very specific way. Yeah, stuff like that. Or like you might have to like imagine that there are like invisible poles in the air, and you sort of like grab onto the poles in the air and like a mime, and that's how you like lift yourself into the air. So yeah, sometimes I do that, or like you can only levitate yourself to like a very small degree. You can't get very high. You can only sort of very like and only like float off the air just by a little bit. Yeah. Or sometimes I've had dreams where I'm lucid and I try to fly, but it just doesn't work. But I try to jump, and I can just do really long jumps and really like gliding, sort of like slow falling, floaty jumps, which is also good. But I like to be able to control that more. That I can fly more. Yeah. What else? Oh yeah. One day I want to try and summon a stand like Star Platinum or something. I want to be able to summon a stand and fight with it. And I want to try time stop. I haven't been able to try time stop powers yet in Lucid Dreams. One day, I'm gonna throw knives at someone and stop times, just like Dio. One day. Yeah. Yeah, so those are some goals that I have. One day when I gain more control of my dreams, I want to do that. Yeah. Okay, so I guess that's a basic outline of like some dream information and about lucid dreams. If I remember anything else, I guess I'll bring it up. But right now, I'm just gonna I'm gonna go through a few dream journals that I wrote down and see if there's any that I can share here. Let's see. So I noticed a few patterns in my dreams as well. I think this also helps for initiating a lucid dream. If you can remember your patterns and what do you call it? If you can remember the patterns, the things that tend to happen or appear in your dream, you should be able to sort of notice when it happens and then remember that, oh, this must be a dream. So for example, I often have dreams of being in Japan or flying on an airplane to Japan, or like making plans to go to Japan. This happens very frequently for me. A lot of my dreams have this. Or I'll have a lot of dreams about being back in school. I graduated a while ago, but I'll have dreams of being back in school again, and I'll see people that I knew from school that I haven't seen for a long time. And another thing, I sometimes have dreams about meeting people that I've never met before, such as like celebrities or internet personalities and stuff like that. I sometimes have dreams about that. Or I guess sometimes you'll just have a dream about what do you call it? About just having superpowers like flying and stuff like that, or like psychic powers. I've had a few dreams about having telekinesis powers. Just in an unconscious dream, and then I realize, oh, that's crazy. This must be a dream, and then it's a lucid dream. Yeah. And well, there's some other patterns, but I guess those are the main ones. Yeah. So you should try to identify the patterns that happen in your dreams, and then you should be able to recognize next time it happens. You think, oh, this must be a dream, and then you can start becoming lucid and trying to control it more. Okay, so I'm just gonna check a few of my dream logs to see if there's any I can share. Here's one from a long time ago. I was at one of my old schools. I hadn't been there for a long time, but I was at school, and I guess I suddenly became lucid and aware, and then I started floating into the sky. But I didn't have any control over my floating or my flying. I was just floating up into the sky forever, and I couldn't control anything. I was just sort of, in the air, floating way up high into the sky until I couldn't see anything. It was just nothing but blue all around me, and maybe some clouds. and then it just faded to white. And then I woke up. That was a while ago. And let's see what else is here. Yeah, this is one of my earliest lucid dreams as well. I was in Tokyo in Japan. There was a lot of high skyscrapers, very dense cityscape. A lot of like roads and signs in Japanese, and suddenly I realized it was a dream, and I began to fly, and I had a lot of control over my flight. But then I kind of lost control after a little while, and instead of flying, I had to use air propulsion. I don't know what that means, but that's what I wrote a while ago. Then I landed, I started gaining control again, and I read a sign, a nonsensical sign with bad English on it. I got distracted, and then I lost control, and the rest was a blur. Yeah. Here's one, okay. So I became lucid, and I was playfully chasing my mother through a shopping mall car park. And then she jumps down the ramps, like in the car park, to get to the other floors, like a ninja. She jumps down. And then I also use some crazy spider monkey parkour technique to pursue her. I think it's at this point that I become very lucid. And I almost lose grip of the dream. I begin to slip. But I'm able to regain control by rubbing my hands together. And then I started... I began gradually loading a map from Quake into my dream. I forget what it's called, but I was loading a Quake map into my dream. And there were a few inaccuracies to the map that are not what the actual map looks like. So I tried to correct the inaccuracies by just thinking and trying to force them and just brute force them into becoming more accurate. But it didn't really work. So I keep walking past where they have the power up, the quad damage. And I'm rubbing my hands all the way to try and maintain control. And then I begin entering a part of the map that doesn't exist. It's like a sort of wooded area, but it wouldn't be part of that map. It's like a wooded area, and I go to jump up on the roof there, but then I lose balance and I fall down, and I fall into a spiky plant behind me. And at this point I lose grasp of the dream and wake up. Yes. And I think I had another non-lucid dream that night where we went into an aquarium. Okay, anyway. Yeah. So that was an interesting one. Let's see. So here's one where I had multiple lucid dreams in one night. I don't know what I was doing, but I guess I suddenly became lucid. And I tried to do Makanko Sappo! I tried to do Piccolo's special attack, the special beam cannon, but it didn't work. And okay, here's a good opportunity to talk about this. So, a lot of my dreams, I dream about a secret tatami room that exists within the walls of my house. It's like a ghost tatami room. So, there's spaces between the other rooms in my house, and usually there wouldn't be a door there, but then in my dreams there's a door there, and if I open it, there's a secret dimension, like a pocket dimension space, and there's the tatami room in there with a futon and like a lamp hanging from the ceiling, and it's like my safe room in there. Yeah, and sometimes I can access that room in my dreams or in my lucid dreams. Yeah. So in this one occasion, I tried to do the spin teleport into my tatami room, but it didn't work for some reason. And then that's when I tried to free fall backwards, but that caused me to wake up, so I'm not gonna try that again. Yeah, but I was able to get back to sleep again, and then have another dream, and my big sister was in this one, and she was talking with a stranger that I didn't know, and then I think the man started like shouting and becoming aggressive, and then I tried to like punch him, but there's no effect. It's like I'm not even there. And then I think that's when I realized it's a dream. And then I try again to Makanko Sappo special beam cannon this guy, but it didn't work. And then the man disappears. Yeah, I think that was the end of that. Yeah, I was trying to protect my big sister from the man, but I couldn't do anything. I don't know why it didn't work. So then I think that a bit later, this is a non-lucid dream. This is all in the same night. Now I'm in Japan. It's nighttime, and an alien creature possesses a dog, and I run to a nearby convenience store and throw a milk crate at it, and then it runs off and attacks a biker on a scooter, which causes a crash further up the road. And then I call the staff at the convenience store, and I call them to like check out what happened, and they don't believe me about the alien or the crash that happened for some reason. Yeah. And then I don't know what happened after that, but I ended up going into some like underground plaza with escalators and pink lights, and it looked like an idol stage or maybe like a game center or an arcade, and it was cool. And I guess I don't know what happened after that. Okay. Don't need to read that one. I'm just writing notes about stop drinking coffee so late at night, Sonny, because it stops you from having dreams. Yeah, I think you should try to avoid drinking caffeine at nighttime. So maybe that's why I haven't been having as many dreams, because I keep drinking coffee and energy drinks. Yeah. Yeah, I wrote myself a note to stop doing that. Let's see. There's a few that I can't really read about. It's a bit like too personal. Or too weird, maybe. Hi. Yeah. A few flying dreams. Just non-lucid flying dreams. Okay. Maybe I'll try this one. Hang on. I'll just see how much of this one I can read. Okay, this is a little crazy. So, I'm in a war zone all of a sudden. It's like a World War II style war zone in the trenches or whatever. I throw a grenade at a truck, and then bang! And I climb out, and I start like... Don't worry about it. Okay. I think I became lucid at this point, and then I immediately lost control again. Okay. I couldn't say too much about that. It was a bit weird. Don't worry about it. Okay. And then in my dream, I'm back at home again, and it's really dark, but I start rubbing my hands together, and I start kind of astral projecting, like my soul leaves my body and I'm controlling my spirit. And I'm sort of like walking around with my spirit within my house. And I was doing the thing where my hand clips through my hand. But I think some noises that happened in real life, like it might be like cars outside or something, they might have woken me up. Yeah. This one's not that interesting, but basically I'm just lucid and walking around my house talking to my mother. Yeah. Let's see. Trying to find some good ones. Here's one. I was it's weird. I keep having dreams about Quake. So I was dreaming about Quake and on a map, and I was doing like wall jumps like in Mario 64 or something like that. I keep doing wall jumps off like the sides of walls so much, and I gain speed with each wall jump, and I just go pew 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 pew, pew. And I keep like gaining so much speed and getting like really high. And I think at this point I become lucid, and I try to like float back down to the ground. And yeah, I think here, this is the one. Yeah. So I rub my hands and try to stay lucid, but then I get distracted by like, I feel like there's something in my mouth, so I try to swallow it, but I still feel it in there. And then I try to swallow again, but then it seems like this worked, but that also made me swallow in real life, and that sort of stimulated too much, and I woke up and ended the dream. Sag. Yeah, so I try to avoid like focusing on like what things feel like in real life. Yoshi. Oh, here's a cool one. Okay, so this is another one. I'm in Japan, but it's like Sekiro. So I try to grab onto a roof ledge with a grapple hook in Sekiro, and I even saw like the grapple like marker that appears when you need to grapple stuff in Sekiro. But it wasn't locking on for some reason. Like it wouldn't flash green, so I couldn't grapple onto it. But I was able to grab onto like a wall, an invisible wall, with my hand for some reason. This is so weird. Hang on. So I kept doing that a few times, and then I became lucid. Oh, I became aware. And then I slowly float to the ground, and I push my fingers through my hand to sort of stabilize myself and remind myself it's a dream. And this works, and it becomes very vivid. I look at the ground, and like I yell to the dream, "Give me focus, give me clarity," and it works really well. And I can even see the individual grains of sand in the ground. But then I woke up all of a sudden. Too bad. I don't know what I did wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. There's another dream trying to fire off Makanko Sappos and Kamehamehas. It keeps failing. It never works. I don't know. Every time I try it doesn't work. Here's a dream. I'm at school, like doing a T pose and just gliding along the ground in like the T pose, the reference pose. And everyone is looking at me really weird. And and then I gradually become more lucid and start rubbing my hands together, but it doesn't work. And like it's not becoming more clear or anything, and it just starts to fade to black. So I guess I couldn't stay lucid. Let's see. I just noticed another pattern. I've had a few dreams where I'm at Disneyland for some reason. I wonder why. That's really weird. Because I've got like at least 3 dream entries in here where we go to Disneyland. Okay. I might write that down on my list of common occurrences. Disneyland. Interesting. Okay. I had a dream where there was a cockatoo, which is a type of bird in Australia, sitting on a table. I put my finger out and it hops on my finger, and I've got a bird on my finger, and then it bites my finger. Don't know why. Here's a nice one. Okay. Yeah, I see, I see. Okay, okay. So, I guess there was like a non-lucid dream at first, and then at some point I became lucid, and I'm in a vast plain. It's like green plains, and it kind of reminds me of Minecraft, like the plains with the grass and like the hills. And there's bizarre structures all around, and I become lucid. And I rub my hands together and I shout, "Focus! Give me focus!" And I do math equations. And I'm not sure which one worked the best, but I guess that gave me more clarity and control. And then I start to fly around a little bit. And I'm struggling a little bit. But I can still get it sometimes. I have some control. And I guess I landed again. And I summon a lighter from my pocket. And it makes blue fire. And I try to manipulate the fire, like I have the lighter in one hand, and then I try to, like, control the flames coming out with another hand. But I guess, like, suddenly it doesn't work, and like there's like the gas, and there's sparks flying everywhere, and that kind of puts me off, so I gave up. And then it starts to rain, and I try to disperse the rain clouds with hand movements, but it doesn't work. And then suddenly, a dark purple storm / tornado starts to form in the distance. It kind of reminds me of Zelda Twilight Princess. Like the portals that appear in the sky. Yeah. And then a large dark energy creature, kind of reminds me of a chicken, is flying around the storm. And I attempt to use Makanko Sappo again to snipe it out of the sky, but it doesn't work, no dice. And I get frustrated and close my eyes and try to imagine it all away and just change the scenery. And it seems to work. I'm not sure if the landscape changed at all, but all the bad stuff went away. And then I start flying again. And then it fades away. And the dream ends. That was a really vivid one. I remember that quite well. It's like, yeah, it was a really like beautiful field with hills and very strange structures that look like modern art, you know, like a, what do you call it? I don't know, just like abstract art structures all around. Yeah. Here was a cool one. Okay, so my dad drops me at Haneda Airport in Japan. Even though there's signs everywhere that says it's actually Narita Airport. So there's two airports nearby Tokyo. One is Haneda, one is Narita. I just thought that was funny for some reason. That the signs say that it's actually Narita. Anyway, and I make my way to the terminal, but it's closed for some reason. I have to take a different path. And there's snow all around. And there's airport staff inside a wood cabin. And so, okay, there's a little skip here where I guess it's blank. And I see in the distance, this is a bit violent, sorry, but someone is like shooting people in the distance, John Wick style, down the road, and I can hear like cartoony sound effects. And I guess I'm walking closer to the scene. And as I draw closer, it sounds more like real gunshots. It sounds like in Half-Life 2, the pistol sound, like the pop, pop, pop. It sounds like that. And then I become lucid as well. At this point, I become lucid. And I want to shoot the guy that's killing everyone. And so I use my hand, like to point my two fingers out to make a hand gun, but it doesn't work. So instead, I try to like summon a gun from my pocket, but that doesn't work either for some reason. So I just take a moment to like take in my surroundings, and it's very vivid. It's like it becomes very clear. I just call them NPCs, like nondescript characters in the dream. There's a man just walking down the same street. I like walk in really close to like observe him. It's like very vivid, very clear, and I lick his eyeball just for the hell of it. I don't know why. I guess, you know, just wanted to try it out. You know, it's a dream. You know, no one's gonna get mad at me. I don't know why. I licked his eyeball just for the hell of it. It said that's what I wrote in the notes. And then I guess there's like a skip, and then I'm in Japan, in some apartment building somewhere, and I remember feeling very scared of falling from a window for some reason. And there's also a crow outside the window, and my auntie says, I say to my auntie, "Oh look, there's a crow, isn't it cute?" And my auntie says, "Well, what's so cute about it?" And I say, "The beak." And later I'm walking down the street in Japan with some family, and we stop at some random store with an old lady that is also a restaurant that has sushi. A very weirdly phrased sentence I wrote. So we sit down to eat, and the sushi is pretty bad. It's very thin slices of fish, and they use jasmine rice instead of the short grain sushi rice. And there's some family across from us. They're eating it and they enjoy it for some reason, but I didn't enjoy it. And later in my bedroom, I guess for some reason, I feel like I wrote I remember feeling kurushi, like my shirt is on too tight on my hontai. I'm like mixing up Japanese in my dream journal. Why? So it's like I remember feeling like a tightness, like I can't breathe on my real body. Like there's my dream body and my real body. And so I try to take it off without waking up. I tried to take off my shirt in real life without waking up in my dream. And I'm not sure what actually happened. I don't even remember if I was able to take my shirt off. Anyway. But I guess the feeling stops, so it was okay. And then I'm lucid. I'm trying to do the Makanko Sappo again. And I have the idea that maybe if I summon senzu beans out of my pockets, that will power me up to be able to do the Makanko Sappo, but it doesn't work, so I gave up. And then Ritsu from K-On! Appears in my dream at my house. And I don't know what happened with her, but I try to use my bedroom door as like a portal to go back to Japan, but it doesn't work. So I tried the toilet door, and imagining it leads to my family's house in Japan, and that I think that worked. Hang on a second. Oh no, wait, that didn't work for some reason. Okay. Yeah, okay, that didn't work. Never mind. I just opened it up and it was like a really weird looking toilet. Okay, it wasn't in Japan though. Okay. And this is a weird thing. So I don't know what happened after that, but later on, I'm at some weird tavern / restaurant, and I'm telling everyone I'm walking around within my dream, walking around this restaurant with my eyes closed, and I'm going around telling everyone in the restaurant I have my eyes closed because I'm lucid dreaming and I'm using psychic powers to perceive the world. It's like, because if it's a dream, I don't need to have my eyes open to perceive anything. I just have my eyes closed and walk around talking to people all the time. Yeah. And I forgot what happened after that. That was a funny one, yeah. Let's see. This was a kind of long one, but it wasn't that interesting, so I'll skip that. Another one at the airport. Another one going to Japan. Another airport. I have a lot of dreams going to the airport. Yeah. I don't need to read that. Oh, another one going to an amusement park. Okay. Damn, I never noticed that until now. There's a lot of amusement park dreams, huh? Okay. Okay, here's one in Japan. I wanted to catch a train somewhere, but I was having trouble navigating the platforms. This is very realistic. That's what always happens in real life too. And then there was a rare white vintage train passing by on the opposite rails. I get on one of the trains later, and then there's a famous voice actor, Asumi Kana-san, is on the train, and I start telling her in Japanese about how I'm a big fan and I respect her as a person, question mark. That's so strange. Like even writing the dream journal, I was so confused about that. Like, what a weird thing to say out of nowhere. I think later on I'm in a wooden cabin hiding from space tentacle aliens that only speak alien language and Korean, and I'm watching a TV interview with the alien ambassador speaking Korean. Very strange stuff. Yeah. Oh, jeez. This one's kind of messed up. Just warning, this is a bit violent and fucked up. But I had one where I'm at home. Something seems off. Like my body feels smaller, and like furniture seems larger. I realize it's a dream. And things look dark, so I try to flip the lights on in the kitchen, and I'm barely holding on to my lucidity. It's very like what do you call it? It's very like blurry, I guess. Not blurry, but very like vague, very like not vivid. The opposite of vivid. And I phase through the front door of my house, and it's very beautiful scenery. I try flying a little bit, but I realize I have very little control over my flight. I'm losing control, so I decide to land back down, so before I lose grip. So I land down, and it's I continue walking, and it's like a really beautiful, like it looks like London in the night, and like there's like beautiful orange lights like along some like old-fashioned like Victorian style architecture, and there's a lot of people walking around, and this is where it gets fucked up. I start stabbing all of the NPCs walking around, and I gouge someone's eyes out with my thumbs, and at this point it gets a little too intense and I wake up. So I don't know why I did that in my dream, but I guess I kind of treat the lucid dreams like I kind of treat the lucid dreams like a video game, like GTA or something. Okay, so like I knew it was a dream. Okay, I was just treating it like a video game. I'm sorry, but I would never do that, anything like that in real life. Hi Nina, hi. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to concern you, but yeah, that was a dream that I had. I don't know why I did that. Even if it was a lucid dream, I wasn't in full control, so I just started doing that for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, okay. Sorry to frighten you, but that's something that happened one time, yes. Nina does lucid dreaming too? That's cool. Nina, you need to tell me about your lucid dreams later, okay? I want to hear them. Yeah. Here's a very strange one. One time I went to sleep with headphones on. Listening to like ASMR. And in my dream I was checking my phone for some reason. And then I became lucid. And I was walking around a car park at nighttime. And I tried to Kamehameha an NPC. And the way I tried to do it was, I tried to, you know, cause I said before, like, you can summon things out of your pockets. So what I tried to do is I tried to grab the energy from my pocket and then use that to Kamehameha the NPC. But it didn't work. It never works. I don't know why. So I tried to I think I was started to lose grip of the dream at this point. So I tried to cement myself by rubbing my hands together, but I couldn't keep grip. And I woke up. But I think like before the Kamehameha, I could hear the ASMR audio from the headphones within my dream, and I tried to pull out my headphones IRL while still remaining in my dream. I don't know why I keep trying to do stuff like that. But like I thought that like if I can hear the, like, I knew that I was in my dream, but I knew that I had the headphones on in real life. So I wanted to stay within the dream, but I thought that the headphone audio would distract me, like it would keep me like making me conscious of real life, and I would wake up. So I tried to remain in the dream while controlling my real life body to take the headphones out, and I thought that I had pulled them out and I could feel it, but actually they hadn't moved IRL, and when I woke up the headphones were still in. Very interesting. Yeah. Another dream, my grandma had hidden a golden gun in a box. I don't know what that means, but that's what I wrote. Here's a crazy one. Okay, I remember this one so well. I'm at a dinner gathering, and I had brought some very valuable medicine with me. And then a Russian guy, he's like a big Russian guy named Victor, he takes my medicine while I'm not looking. And I ask if anyone knows where he went, and they don't know. But it turns out that this guy Victor is a powerful magician, and so I set out to infiltrate his house to get it back. And I have invisibility powers now, and so I'm on my way to his house. It's nighttime, and on the way to his like mansion, and there are like gardens and stuff on the way. There are force fields and sensors all around. And my friend who is with me, my accomplice, is captured by the guards. I try to use my powers to make her invincible, but it only made one of her 3 heads vanish. So I continue on my way, sneaking around sensors, and I jump over a fence into the main house area. And so I'm hiding under these bushes while like the guards and like the maids and stuff are walking around, and I wait until everyone is asleep. And so once like the lights go out inside, I make my way inside. I've got a flashlight, but I can't see anything. I have to use the flashlight. And so I sneak upstairs into the master room. No one's there. The coast is clear. I'm looking for my medicine. So I check all the cabinets. I find the medicine. I grab it and I jump out the window to escape. And it was a mission success. And then I had to like examine the medicine to make sure it was okay, and it turns out it was a type of liquid Viagra. So here's another one. So I'm not sure why, but I broke my ring finger on my right hand, and it had blood and bone coming out. And we were on a big train, but it was like more like a cruise ship for some reason with rails, with how big it was. I don't know what that means. And I was able to pop the bone back in place, but I needed to connect the nerve endings. I needed to do surgery on myself, and I went through a lot of trouble trying to do this. I wanted to submerge my hand in water while I was doing surgery for some reason. I was very fixated on this idea for some reason. I thought that would make the surgery easier. I don't know why. And I kept a rubber band around the base of my finger to stop the bleeding, and this released a lot of cheese-like discharge for some reason. And some weird guy is there. It reminds me of the radio devil from Hazbin Hotel. I don't know why that appeared. Came to help me, but he was fucking useless. He was just annoying me while I was trying to do surgery on myself. And I pulled a small plastic bag out of my wound, and it was filled with yellow oil. And I don't remember what happened after that. Yes. Let's see, what else we got here? Here's a fun one. Okay. I'm at a casino, and a woman is trying to escape her abusive husband from the casino, and I offer to give her a ride in my car. So we go to my car, and before I realize it, I'm in the back seat, and my dad is in the passenger seat, and then there's some man I don't know is in the driver's seat. I don't know what happened to the woman. I don't know what. Anyway, oh jeez. Okay. So I don't know who the man is in the driver's seat. I pull on the handbrake, and I shout. I'm asking, who is this man? Who is this guy? And I start pulling on his hair, and gouging his eyes out. And then I woke up. And later on, I have a false awakening in my room. So I think I woke up, but it's still a dream. And I looked at my arms, and then I think that's when I become lucid. I don't know why I gouged his eyes out, guys. I'm sorry. I can't help it. It was a dream. I wasn't in control. But I felt threatened by the guy in the driver's seat. I didn't know who he was or where he was taking us. I had to protect me and my dad. Yeah, I had to reach around and poke his eyes out. It was self-defense. Anyway, so I had a false awakening, and I looked at my arms and became lucid. And there was a point in the dreams that I became noticeably more vivid, and the graphics got higher, and I felt more cemented. And I looked at the textures on the ground very closely, and for some reason I had the idea that I wanted to try to meld into the floor, and that didn't work, but now I was sitting on the floor. And I tried to Kamehameha again, but it didn't work. And there are, hang on. There are a lot of cups on the ground. And I was able to make one or two of them levitate by like powering up DBZ style. Like, just like powering up like, ah! And then focusing on the cup, and I was able to levitate the cups. So when I tried to use one hand to manipulate it, it wouldn't really work, except for when I was like retrieving the cup. So I could only pull the cup towards my hand, but I couldn't make them like go away or up. So and I also tried to like explode the cups, but that didn't work. And all the while this was happening, IRL, like I could hear my mother IRL like scurrying around my house, and like all these like alarms from her phone going off, and it was really distracting. And at the time I thought that I heard my dad speaking, even though he wasn't even in town at that time, so I don't know why I heard him. And then I woke up. Yeah, I was getting really annoyed in my dream because like I knew I was in my lucid dream asleep, but I could hear IRL my mother scurrying around, and I knew that was real, and I was getting annoyed, like saying, "Mom, you're gonna make me wake up from my lucid dream, damn it!" I was getting annoyed. Yeah. Let's see. No, don't need to read this one. Hi. I've got some weird ones that have VTubers appear in them, but I can't say who because it's kind of weird. But I had some pretty funny ones where some VTubers appear. Let's see. Damn, I gotta skip a few of these, they're not very interesting. Yeah, also, sorry guys. I gotta go to the toilet real quick. Excuse me. Just one moment and I'll be back. Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm back. Hi. I washed my hands, by the way, if you were wondering. Okay, so I'm gonna read a few more. I have a few more that I can read on stream. I think are pretty interesting, and then we're gonna move on to the listeners' dreams. Okay. So, this was a pretty vague one, but I was supposed to have a speech for some reason. I need to make a speech oral presentation because I'm Solid Snake, but the presentation files for the projector are lost. And so I have to call a certain VTuber on the phone because she knew how to fix it last time. And I'm so anxious about doing the speech that I start crying. And I call her on the phone and talk for a little while, and then I realized that I had already backed up the files myself. And so I go back to the presentation hall and chew on the headset and I give my speech. This is a weird like video game style one. I'm playing a new Zelda game. It looks kind of like Wind Waker. And I have to use a dragon-shaped cannon to blow up the entrance to the boss room. And the boss is a shadow being in like the center of the boss room. It kind of reminds me of like a Ghibli character, like Makuro Kurosuke, kind of. And the boss sends shadow walls in all directions. And it's kind of like Toho, where you have to dodge the shadow walls. And you have to weave through the gaps until you've gotten close enough, and then you charge a spin attack. Yeah, that's how you beat the boss. That's a dream I had. Kind of weird one. I had a dream where I looked at the mirror, and then my reflection was moving independently of me. and then it made a scary face and tried to scare me. So yeah, that's another thing. In dreams, when you look at a mirror in a dream, your reflection often is going to be inaccurate, or it's going to be distorted, and it might be very scary. So I tend to try to avoid reflections in dreams because they can be quite scary, and it might turn into a nightmare. You might lose control and turn into a nightmare. So be careful of that. But you know, not always. You know, sometimes it's just an interesting experience. But yeah, often mirrors are very interesting in dreams. Yeah. Spooky. And then later on, I'm lucid, but I'm stumbling around a mall. It looks kind of like Akihabara at some points, and I have once again convinced myself that I am moving my body in real life while in my lucid dream, even though I've I've established several times before this that doesn't work. Every time. God damn it! I don't know why I keep trying that. Yosh. Right. Hi. Okay. Okay. No, I can't read this one. Never mind. There's a lot that just are not relevant, you know, or just like I can't read about them for one reason or another. Yeah, you know, I have some where I'm very lucid and like in a lot of control, but nothing that interesting happens. You know, I can't really talk about. It's not really worth talking about that. But I do stuff like sneaking around, stealthing around, and doing parkour and climbing buildings and stuff. Oh yeah, later at a barn, there's a lot of animals, cows, pigs, horses, racing around a paddock, and I want to kick a cow, but I can't reach him because he's too fast. I don't know why I would ever kick a cow. Don't know why. I know it's because I know that it's a dream, but I don't know what I was just imagining it was like Minecraft or something. I wanted to go kick the fake cow. It's a dream cow. This one's kind of crazy. I don't know how much of this I can read actually. Let me see. Okay, so I'm on a like a Minecraft minecart ride, and it looks kind of like Disneyland. Here again, Disneyland. But on the ride, it's like a Minecraft map that someone had made, and it's showing all these cool like Nintendo related like visual like pixel art that they made in Minecraft. And for some reason there was some Undertale also mixed in there. And okay, we finished the ride, and then we're lining up for the next ride. And it's not Minecraft anymore, it's more realistic now. And along the line, along the queue of the ride, there's a lot of like gachapon like capsule machines. And for some reason I'm checking all of the machines for loose change to see if any change was left in them, any coins. And I actually found a few, and I'm putting them all in my back pants pocket. And now it's time for us to get on the ride, and it's a big octagonal shaped elevator, and this is also surrounded by the gacha machines on all sides. And as the elevator goes down, it becomes pitch black as we descend. But as we go down, there's even more like gacha machines, and I keep, even as it's getting pitch black, dark, I can't see anything. I keep putting my hands in like the little chute where the coins would fall, and like trying to grab them, and but my hand also keeps getting caught in them. And then we eventually reach the bottom floor, and it's a large like cave surrounded by white glowing rocks, and this is a dragon's lair. And there's crystals hiding among the white rocks. And then the dragon comes back, but he's angry that we're in his lair, but he gives us one chance to escape. So we escape into the elevator, but instead of going back up, I say, let's go down, and we go down to floor 950, which is the secret gambling center. I don't know why I'm having a dream about gacha and gambling, because I usually am very averse to that sort of stuff. It just goes to say that, you know, it just goes to show the dreams don't make any sense, you know? So I would never kick a cow in real life. You know, it's just, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. And we go to the secret gambling center, and I sneak in, and there are 3 bunny girls there. And I chokehold all 3 of them at the same time and pull them into the elevator. And then, at this point, the dragon summons the elevator back up. He's really angry, I can hear him. And then, I try to undo the ceiling panel in the elevator. I try to undo the ceiling panel to escape the dragon, but it doesn't work. And then I wake up. It's just dreams, guys. It's just dreams. See, I would never do any of this stuff in real life, I promise. It's just dreams. It's not meant to make any sense. Yosh. Okay. So here's a really interesting one that I remember very clearly, okay? So, it was a really long dream sequence. I had a few, like, just non-lucid dreams before this. They're not really important, but okay. The good part starts where I'm walking down the street, and there's a building, and it's like a gamer house for YouTubers and influencers or something. And I enter it, and there's let's see. This place, it's like a huge labyrinth full of like PCs everywhere. There's computers all over the place. But then it becomes like one of those like paintings where like the stairs like are upside down, and it's like a, I don't even know what you call it. Like do you remember in JoJo Part 3 where the guy has the stand in Dio's castle that like makes everything all confusing? What's that painting called? I don't know. But it was like everything was like all like mixed up and upside down in a lot of ways, and like going all which ways, right? Yeah. So it was like that. And I also I saw a guy playing Minecraft on a tiny CRT monitor, like a really small one. Yeah. Is it Escher? Hang on. Escher painting. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's like an Escher painting, kinda like that. But it's more like an office building, kind of. And a lot of PCs everywhere. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm making my way through this, and then I start flying through it like really quickly, and like I'm like slithering around it like a snake through the air, and I'm like navigating it so quickly. And then at this point, I realize it's a dream, and then I become lucid and I slow down. I say I need to calm down. I calm down, and I stop flying. And I rub my hands. I almost lost control. Like I was so excited. It almost faded to black. but I held on by just a sliver, and I rubbed my hands together, and I became lucid, and it becomes more clear again. And so I keep walking through this huge labyrinth-like building, and then, like, gradually, the setting turns into like a shopping street, like a shotengai in Japan, and I'm walking through the shopping district, and I put my hand through the other hand to just confirm it's a dream, and I become even more lucid. And there's a lot of people around, and I just keep walking, and I just I'm focused on my goals right now. Now that I'm very like lucid, so I want to have more control and like experiment more. And so I walk along, and then there's a white door at the end of the path that I'm walking. And so I say to the dream, I'm gonna open this door, and when I open it, on the other side, it's gonna be my tatami room, and Chiyochichi is gonna be on the other side. And so I have the idea that if I knock on the door a certain way, that's going to summon Chiyochichi. So I go, and then I hear on the other side, and someone answered the other side. I said, Chiyochichi's on the other side. I did the, you know, the old shaven haircut, dun 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 dun, and so that's when I opened the door, and it's the tatami room. But unfortunately, Chiyochichi was nowhere to be found. There was no one on the other side. Even though someone answered my knock, you know, there was no one on the other side. A bit sad. So, yeah, my tatami room looks a little bit bigger than it usually appears in my dreams. It's usually a bit smaller, but it was quite big this time. And it's a bit messy for some reason. And also, there's no futon in the middle. Usually there's a futon mattress in the middle. But I'm able to manifest one. But at first, it kind of looks like more like a sausage pillow, like a dakimakura. There wasn't any like print or picture on it or anything. It was just like a sausage pillow. And I lie down on that and then sort of imagine it strongly to be more like a futon. And then it flattens out and turns into a proper futon. And there's a blanket on me. And I'm starting to lose lucidity at this point. Like I'm having too much fun. Like I'm still lucid, but not like 100%. I'm starting to lose focus a little bit. And I think as I'm lying down, the room starts to like fall apart. Like maybe I've been there for too long or something. But the roof starts like falling out, and I can see like rain is coming in through. And also like the lights won't work in the room. Like it's always either too bright or too dark. And like I can't get the light switch to work properly. It's like sparking a little bit. And then suddenly the room transforms back into like a mall. And I guess I start to lose a bit more lucidity here. But yeah, I guess we're not in the tatami room anymore. We're in like a shopping center now. And a Japanese guy calls me over, and there's an old like yellow CRT TV that's like shaped like Pikachu from Pokemon, and it's showing like the Pokemon anime on the TV. And he's telling me like, do you know how to turn this thing off? Because I can't figure it out. And I just press the power button. And he says, thank you. And I ask, what country is this? And he says, it's Osaka. And I say, oh, cool. By the way, is this a dream? And he says, no. And I say, nande ya ne? Because it's so obvious that it's a dream. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? The dream characters, they're always trying to tell you it's not a dream. But I know it's a dream. So I'm like, what the hell, man? It's so obvious. Yeah. It's trying to trick me. Yeah. Yeah, and then I meet up with a friend who's there, and we're kind of walking down the street, and it looks more like Tokyo at this point instead of Osaka. And then I guess it kind of fades away at that point. Yeah. And then I wrote a few notes here, like yeah, the tatami room wasn't as accurate as it usually is when I tried to summon it through that door. And also, it seems like staying in one place for too long Like the dream will try to wrestle you control from you, and like the room was starting to like fall apart when I was in there for too long. Maybe that's why it was falling apart. I was just there for too long. I don't know. Maybe I needed more stimulation or something. Who's to say? I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna check if there's any more here. Let's try this one. Okay. So in this dream, I had acquired 4 nuclear warheads from the black market, and okay, this will make sense later. Okay, but let me continue. Okay, I dropped one of the nuclear bombs on a field in my town, and a lot of people died, unfortunately. And someone found out that it was me because I was carrying a briefcase everywhere, and someone knew, like, that's the briefcase with the nukes in it, and they knew it was me. And they started to everyone was really angry at me, and they wanted to kill me, basically. But I explained that I was testing the nukes because in hell there are great ancient beasts, very large, you know, the size of skyscrapers, ancient beasts in hell that are controlled by the lower demons in order to run the facilities of hell. And we need to be ready to fight against the ancient beasts. And the only way to do that is with nuclear warheads. And so that's why I was testing the nukes on Earth before we need to use them against the demons. And then later on, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but people found out it was me, and they were very angry at me, and I was upset because I thought I was justified. I thought it made sense. If we needed to fight against the hell beasts, we're gonna need the nukes, and we need to make sure the nukes work. I thought I was justified, but no one was listening. I had killed a lot of innocent people, unfortunately, and so everyone was angry at me. Even my own family was very upset with me, and they hated me a lot. And I think it ended somewhere around there. And that was a very upsetting dream for me, actually. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to drop the bomb. I didn't want to do it. I had to, though. I had to make sure the nukes worked. So I was a bit sad about that one, actually. Let's see. This is the dream I had. I think after I got accepted into NIJISANJI, but before I debuted, I received an email from NIJISANJI. They said, we need you to come to Japan to do some stuff. So I went to Japan. I teleported to Japan. And this is also at one of those shopping districts. I also have a lot of dreams about the shopping districts in Japan. Okay. So, I'm walking down the street, and I meet this guy. We're talking, and he says, I'm looking for Toby Fox, the creator of Undertale, the hit indie game Undertale. And he lives in the art gallery down the street here. So we go down there, and there's a crowd of people, and we're waiting for Toby Fox to come out. And then he comes out the door, and we're all applauding him. There he is, Toby Fox. And in this, where the apartment is, at the art gallery, there's a lot of lockers lined up, and then people start playing music, and all the lockers and the room starts shaking so much. And then I don't know what happened after that, but I have this. I don't know how to say this. I'm hoarding brains and negi because I have stored memories in the brains and in the negi. And the way that it works is by probing the brains with the negis, I'm able to access past memories. And I'm able to harness the energy from that memory to relive it. And like, for example, like, if there was a time that I was really funny, I save that memory and then I re-experience it by probing the brain with the negi. And then that allows me to be really funny again, just for a moment. Thank you. Yeah, I think that those were most of the ones that I had written in detail. I mean, there was a lot that just not very interesting or that I couldn't read for one reason or another. I think I spoke about this before on someone else's stream, but I'll talk about it here as well. I had a dream a long time ago when I was really young. I was in the clouds. I was in the sky. We were sitting on the clouds. Me and my father were sitting in the clouds, and he said, "Sonny, you have to fly. You have to fly, son. You can do it." And I said, "Dad, how do I do it?" And he said, "You have to become Super Saiyan. And the way that you do it is you have to pour relish into your hair and make it yellow. And that's why my hair is yellow. Because my dad poured relish into my hair." I think it was my stream, but it was a Totsu, so there was a lot of other people there. My bad. Yeah. Yeah, but the way that you become Super Saiyan is you put yellow relish into your hair. And that allows you to fly. Thank you. Well, that's probably enough of my dream journals at the moment. So I think I might start reading some of your guys' dreams now. Let's see what we have here. I went through a few of them. There's way too many to read all of them, but I'm gonna go through a few of the good ones that I saw. Okay. So just a moment, please. It's dream time. So, here's a dream from Doponico. They said, "I had this phase where I would lucid dream a lot, and one time I wanted to test if I was lucid dreaming or not. So I did Fortnite dances like the Orange Justice in front of everyone in my dream, and they did not mind at all. Thank you, Doponico." And here's one from Leon, who said, "Last night I dreamed that I was playing a choice-based RPG with the members of Luxium and Noctyx as characters. Basically, every choice was choosing who I had to save until the end, and who I could sacrifice. I was trying to save Shu until the end. Sorry, Sonny. But I accidentally chose Fulgur and Uki instead. It turned out to be useless though, because Shu turned into a flesh-eating fish and ate both of them through my POV. Really weird stuff. Hope they don't hold it against him." Interesting. And from Liu, they said, "One day I was sleeping and I just woke up in my dream. I opened my computer and YouTube and I opened up Sonny's stream at 4:44 a.m. That is so crazy. And I had many monies to send super chats and I just sent 'I love Sonny, Lamau.' Maybe lucid dreaming is helping me to practice my fantasies. Maybe. Thank you, Lou. That was a nice one." Here's one from Dane. I dream often about living with my family in a large modern mansion overlooking a football field and the ocean. It has too many rooms to count and even more secret tunnels in it. When I dream about this house, I'm zipping through the tunnels and vents, rushing through the rooms to look for anything that may have changed. At the end of these dreams, a large disaster happens, such as a flood or similar, before I wake up. That's interesting, yeah. I love those dreams where you have secret rooms, secret tunnels, things like that. Like my tatami room, I love that. Here's one from Penguin Researcher. They said, a group of people stood in a row facing a white wall for no reason, all with guns pointed at their heads. And I was one of them. We couldn't see who was trying to shoot us, but after 5 seconds, everyone was being shot in turn, and I could hear the bang, bang, bang. And blood is flowing over the ground like a river. The white wall gradually turned red. I ended up being shot in the head as well, and fell to the ground. But the most terrifying thing is that after I died, I came back to life, and was shot again, over and over again. It's just a dream, but I can still vaguely remember the fear of the countdown to death, and my body keeps trembling because I know I can't escape. I'm really sorry, Penguin Researcher. That's a very scary dream. Very interesting though. I hope that you can learn to cope with your dreams, or maybe control them, or that you don't have scary dreams like that anymore. Thank you for sharing that. Here's from Allergic J. In a dream of mine, I woke up in the middle of the night and everything was very dark, but despite that, I could clearly see that there was a figure right there beside my door, and what happened was, I went and stood up from my bed and slapped the dark figure. Ever since then, I haven't had dreams about a dark figure standing by my door. The power of these hands are too powerful, methinks. That's awesome, that's great. You were able to scare away the demons in your dreams by standing up to them and slapping them. Yes. Respect, respect. From Ching-hun. I had this dream a lot. I see myself standing in front of a whole pile of broken mannequin dolls, while the whole world is in black and white. It's very dark. I could only notice the dolls because of the slight reflection on them. There's no sound, no people around, and the world is very quiet, and suddenly there will be a very loud noise like dung, like the surprise sound effect in anime. And I don't know how to feel, but my heart is beating furiously and I'm scared. And the next thing, I'll be walking out of the room and the world is full of fire and broken buildings. The world is still in black and white, while only the fire has color, which is very sharp like bright red, yellow, and orange. And at this moment, I will wake up every time. It's very short, but I keep dreaming of this from time to time. Ah, very interesting, yeah. Interesting sort of world, a sense of the world in that dream. Naruhodo. Thank you. Yeah, the BGM's a bit loud. I don't like that too loud. Excuse me. From an anonymous listener. I was trapped in an old house in a dark room. I didn't bring any lantern or flashlight with me. I went to the kitchen to search for a candle, but then I saw a girl with long hair staring at me with a sinister smile. It's like a clown face, but it's not. And I jump off to the kitchen window to get out from the house. It leads to the house gate, but when I try to open the gate, it's locked with big chains and a big padlock. I can't even climb up the gate because it's too high and no place to step on. So I go to the back of the house and try to lock the house from the inside, since the crazy girl was out there. I was relieved for a while until the crazy girl's family started laughing at me while bringing knives. I don't know what happened, but suddenly it's not only me who's been trapped in there, but also my family. I'm trying to jump out again from the window, but the crazy girl has choked on me on the neck, and on that time, I woke up and find it hard to breathe. That's very scary. Thank you. From Alina. From Alina. I dreamed about Noctyx last night. Perhaps I watched too many clips. Excuse me. Perhaps I watched too many clips before I went to sleep. I remember at that time, you were chatting with the other Noctyx members. Yugo said Ike wore a dress and you wore it, and you said you wore it too. I was shocked. What? Sonny wore a dress? Actually, that was pretty cool. When you arrest someone, but you were wearing a very cute Lolita dress. That's all I remember. Sorry for my poor English. Thank you for that. From Betty Yu. I had a strange dream last year. I dreamed that I went on an adventure with my cousin to find a sailfish. In the end, we caught one with our bare hands, and then we ripped open his flesh and started eating it. I was so scared that I woke up immediately. Thank you. Here's one from Hairo about sleep paralysis. I experienced many sleep paralysis episodes, but these stood out to me the most. One night, I kept waking up at random times, and every time I looked at my door, there was a huge giant shadow of a man carrying something like an axe. I tried to wake up to call my mom, but my body just wouldn't move. I could only make small sounds, and it was really scary, like I was dreaming, and yet I wasn't. The man just stood there at the door watching me, and the scary thing is, there are no men in my house. Scary. Here's one from Kick. In this one dream I had in the past, I started off with me parachuting like Fortnite, Lamau, with a lot of people that I knew around me too. The environment was like a rocky mountain area which looked like a desert. I wanted to stick with my family, so I went to find them. When I dropped on the ground, for some reason, there was a time jump. Now we were in a mechanical tunnel looking around, chilling and stuff, and then suddenly, a giant tsunami came crashing in and I guess we all drowned. I guess my dreams make no sense, but the landscape and graphics were cool. That's cool, yeah, I have dreams like that sometimes. From Aya Aya, they said, I suddenly fell asleep while listening to Sonny's and Mista's stream at the same time, and I dreamt that Sonny and Mista are married couple. And when they are preparing for dinner, Sonny puts Mista's Luxium Easter eggs into a microwave? It was so scary that I tried my best to wake up before the eggs blew up. Thank you. And from Charlize, they said, my friend and I were at a bakery. She picked up a piece of banana bread and said, you should try it. And I said no. That's it. The end. Thank you, Charlize. Thank you. Here's one from Aubergine. They said, I once dreamt I was in school talking to a teacher outside. Hang on. Talking to a teacher outside, but suddenly it turned lucid and I understood it was a dream. So of course, the next thing I do is bitch slap the teacher so hard he fell on his butt. He was nice and didn't really deserve it. F, I guess. And fly away. I then flew and flew until I found a hot babe walking on the street. So I landed and made out with her. Then I woke up. Definitely the most badass I've ever been. Very Chad energy, I like that. Great job, Aubergine. I like your dream. Cool, cool. From Mijay, they said, I once lucid dreamed I was in fucking Minecraft. When I came to consciousness in that familiar blocky green and brown flat landscape of a custom flat world, an inventory bar down at my feet. When I looked down, I had the whole world in my hands, and so I built a house made of quartz and lime green wool, because of course I did, and I was like a kid, so I spawned in dogs and made a pack, and they were my only companions in this barren and flat world. It felt like I lived days there, the whole world at my fingertips, and I used it to live a simple life with a janky house and one too many dogs. I woke up to the real world while harvesting wheat. Sometimes I wonder if my dogs miss me, because I miss them every day. Aw, that's kind of wholesome. That's a really nice story. Can't relate though. If it was me, I would have killed those dogs probably. Thank you for sharing that, Miji. That was such a nice dream. I hope that you can meet your dogs again. From Champagne, they said, Sonny, do you ever have that experience when you wake up, your eyes open, but your mind is asleep? Like you can visually see your bed and the things close to you, but your mind is still half functioning and half sleeping. Then you reach over for your phone and open up a messaging app that you use and type something stupid and immediately regret it. And later on, you wake up, but your mind actually functions this time. And you remember the strange things you typed the first thing you woke up, and you try to open your phone to see if you can do damage control. Then you're surprised to see you never sent anything like that in the first place. And you're surprised to find out you never touched your phone in the first place. You were half asleep, half awake, and half dreaming. This happens to me all the time. Does it happen to you? Yeah. That's happened to me sometimes. Like, I might be like on the verge of waking up, and I think that I check my phone or my computer and like send a tweet or something like that. And I just think like, maybe I shouldn't have sent that, or like, I wonder if I got any replies on my tweet. And then I realized like a bit after I wake up that I had never actually sent anything like that. Yeah. So yeah, stuff like that happens to me sometimes. Here's one from Ninetales. They said once, I saw my doll walking down the stairs. I immediately went, nope, this is a dream. And then I started thinking about pizza, but nothing happened. I saw the doll again walking by the window outside. Nope. I went outside to see if the doll would be there, but instead I saw an oven. I tried to think about pizza again, but I only summoned a storm before I woke up. This was the only time I remember being aware that I was dreaming. Oh, interesting. Thinking about pizza, you summoned a storm. Maybe that means something. Maybe you associate pizzas with storms. So maybe next time you should try to summon the storm and the pizza will come. Or maybe it'll rain pizzas. That would be nice. Thank you. And here's another sleep paralysis from Hairo. And they said, this sleep paralysis was more physical. I woke up in the middle of the night as I felt the bed area beside my feet dip. I thought it was my mom at first, but when I opened my eyes, my mom was sleeping next to me, and yet I could feel the dent in the bed next to my feet as if someone had just sat on the bed. I was really scared, and I tried to turn my head, but it wouldn't move, so I forced myself to go back to sleep to get it out of my head. That's very scary. Hang on. I'm just playing various BGMs, free BGMs, under the Dreams tag. Here's an interesting one. Okay, from Broke Memer. They said, I have had many lucid dreams for years, but there was this one dream that I never forget. I remember I saw the color blue everywhere. My brain was processing until I saw something in the sky. There were 9 moons. 3 of them were half moons, and the rest were full moons. Someone was following me and calling my name, but I didn't respond because I couldn't hear them clearly, and because that wasn't actually my name. I think I was some kind of leader or commander. Oh, me too. We were under attack. Chaos was worsening as I was just standing there, staring at the starry sky outside of the big glass wall. Maybe the person who kept calling my name had been through wars with me for a long time. I may not remember their face, but I remember the look of their eyes, the scariness, the worries, the confusion. All of it hit me just by looking at those eyes. Right after that moment, I realized I was wearing a futuristic battle outfit. I woke up. I hope they won the battle afterwards. Wow, that's really cool. Very interesting story. I like the moons, the 9 moons. in the sky. That's crazy. Well, maybe that's a memory from your past life. Here's another sleep paralysis from Leon McGundad. It started as a regular dream, something along the lines of cave exploring with other people. During that dream, I started experiencing something scratching at my back. Almost painfully, it jolted my eyes open, but when trying to move, my body didn't respond. Sleeping on my side, my back facing a wall, I didn't see my sleep paralysis demon. The scratching sensation continued, my mind assuming it was behind me. Trying my best to close my eyes and go back to sleep, I woke up properly later. I'm not sure for how long I was like that. I couldn't see any clocks while paralyzed, and the light coming in through my window stayed the same color and intensity. This has been my one and only sleep paralysis story so far, and I'm fine with not having another one. Yeah, that's scary. You can't even see it, but you feel it. Quiet. Scary. Thank you for sharing that. Here's one from an anonymous listener. I haven't been into K-pop in like years, so it was weird that I had a dream where Jungkook from BTS got cancelled for being radio silent on Twitter, pretty much, which caused a fan to edit a meme of him standing next to a guy in a horse mask holding a rifle, and the meme said, "This is my 5K, and I can't really say that I know what this means, because I don't." Here's one from Lynn. I dreamed that Luca told me he was going to eat dinner with Sonny. So cute, both of you, in that dream. Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. Here's one from Myo Antea. They said, the dream was that I was a spy and I had a partner which was a butterfly. At first, it was like a stealth game in a facility. I forgot the most of it. And then I went to a somewhat Japanese-styled garden alone. When walking through it, I saw my butterfly friend tied up to a chair. Then the garden suddenly vanished and we fell. Next thing I see is that I'm in the garden again, but this time there was a lot of tiny pebbles all around. And no butterfly friend, Sag. Suddenly, I realized that the pebbles were tiny bugs and the feeling of stepping on them was so real that I woke up and thought my bed was covered in bugs. Good news, there was none. Wow, that's really surreal. That's a really crazy one. I hope the butterfly friend was okay though. Thank you. Let's see. This one looks good, but it's a bit long. I might have to skip that, sorry. Hi. No, I don't want to read the ones that are too long. Okay, here's one from Tia. This is a funny one because I dreamed about NIJISANJI. We were so tired, but we have an early morning flight tomorrow. I'm actually worried about not waking up. Nina said everything's gonna be alright and we'll wake up on time. The next day, I'm the only one awake, but even though I'm awake, I'm still late. Panic! I start to scream, hoping everyone will be awake, but no one is. I tried to wake Uki up, but instead of waking up, he answered me saying, "Fu-chan." And I said, "I'm not Fufu-chan, please wake up, we're late." I see Vox wake up, very panicked, and he said, "I can't miss this flight, we have so many work to do, oh my god." And Nina said, "It's okay, honey, we can catch another flight." But of course, Vox still panics. And another thing I remember, Mika said to me, "It's okay, we're gonna be fine." But in the background was Mista and other members screaming. A very wild and weird dream at the same time. Interesting. Thank you, Tia. Here's one from Pa. And they said, it's a Japanese one. こんにちは、サニー。いつもあなたの楽しい配信を癒されています。昼寝した時にラクダの夢を見ました。そのラクダは背中にコブが10個くらいあって、コブはすべて羊の頭でした。私をじっと見ていました。面白い姿でしたが、とても怖かったです。怖いですね。ありがとうございます。 I'm just scrolling down a little bit here, see if there's any more good ones here. Oh. From V. The dream started with a doctor telling me my grandma has an illness. I don't have a single clue what illness she was diagnosed with, but then it just shifted to me and her going to the market, apparently to buy some meat. The weird part was, she was bringing a knife to the market. Her reason? To cut the meat. Smiley face. Then police arrived out of nowhere and arrested us. I was allowed to get out quicker because I was innocent. And then I found out, the police who arrested us were fake! And then my dream ended there. That's kind of a funny one. Yeah. I hope your grandma's okay though. Okay. From Rain. Hi Sonny, so this happened when I was barely 9 and I have not forgotten about it ever since. The dream was solely focused around breathing living cars that could talk and all that jazz. The dream started with me working at one of those race competition things, and then an accident happened in the dream where I got run over and was comatose, and while I was comatose I was being kidnapped by the cars and brought to an underground parking lot where I woke up from my coma, and then all went wrong. The cars began to chase me all around the parking lot looking for blood. They began growing in size and they had teeth now. It turned out the parking lot wasn't infinite because I never found the exit and just kept running around while creepypasta Lightning McQueen chased me with razor sharp teeth and claws. And then suddenly a fucking monster truck showed up and jump scared me and proceeded to run me over. The truck began to vroom loudly and it turned out it was the one that ran me over in the racetrack earlier. Oh. And then I woke up and never watched cars ever again. It's a very, very bizarre dream. Cars, but spooky. Yeah. Thank you, Rain. Yeah. Just gonna... Let me take a quick flip through here, sorry. Oh, okay. Shame that some of them look really interesting, but they're just too long. I don't want to spend too long on just one dream. So we can get more people in there. Here's an interesting one. Okay, from Lily, they said, I had a dream once that took place in an amusement park. Imagine it looked like the dream world that Death 13 sends everyone in Stardust Crusaders. It was really bright pink and blue pastels. And there were a bunch of my friends in high school. We went around doing all the normal things you do in an amusement park, like going on rides and stuff. And then I noticed something's really wrong. Really annoying, excuse me. The whole time we were in the park, the same song was playing on repeat over and over without stopping. And then I noticed. That's when the dream started to become lucid. There was obviously something wrong with so many friends, and I looked everywhere around the amusement park to see what was going on. After we couldn't find any clues, I had a 5-head moment and realized I was dreaming. I remembered that I was listening to music on my phone before I fell asleep, so I took out my phone in my dream so I could pause the music. At that point, it probably played almost 500 times. It was so annoying. But nothing I would do was able to stop it. If I pressed the pause button, the music would keep playing. Even if I shut down the power to the whole amusement park, the music kept playing. It got so annoying that it woke me up, and when I woke up, I had my headphones on. And when I checked my phone, I found out that I had a single song on loop for the entire night. How about that? Yeah. Oh. So that's why you couldn't turn it off, because your real phone was still on the whole time. Yeah, that's so annoying. That's when I was listening to ASMR in that lucid dream that one time. I couldn't get it to stop. I thought that I took out my headphones, but I didn't. Yeah. I just need to fill up my water. One moment, please. Excuse me. I got a new water tank, by the way, guys. Yeah. I got it. Big one. Yeah. This one's a bit more sturdy than the last one. Hopefully this won't break if I try to swing it around or something. Yosh. Okay. So just trying to find some more nice ones. Here's one from Ollie. They said, 幽体離脱を経験したことがあります。意識がほぼなくなっている時に目の前に自分の顔を思い浮かべて、それに息を吹きかけます。そして目の前の自分に乗り移るように起き上がろうと意識します。私はこれで金色のお寺の中に座っていました。怖くなってすぐ後ろに倒れ込むと元の体に入り直すことができました。本当かどうかは未だにわかりませんが、これが私の今までで一番不思議だった夢です。興味深いですね。面白い。幽体離脱のような経験を何回も経験したことはありますか？これほどになんだろう、設定っていうか場所がなんだろう、夢のような設定での幽体離脱は経験したことないですね。なんだろう、いつも寝床っていうか部屋で幽体離脱してすぐ起きるんですよね。すごい。ありがとうございます。はい。Here's one from Ein. They said, lately I've been able to control my own dreams? If that makes sense. So one of my favorite ones is where I can be this type of vigilante going around in the night, parkouring on top and around different buildings, beating up and killing the bad guys, then leave. Kind of like Batman, I guess. But I woke up before finishing the dream, which, not gonna lie, pissed me off. But it was still one of my favorite dreams. Yeah, that sounds like a lucid dream. Yeah. So, sounds like you've got decent control over your dreams. Yeah. That's cool. Here's one from Potato. They said, in my dream, I was teaching potions at Hogwarts. Suddenly, there were 2 students punished by another professor. I forgot his face, but when I'm trying to stop him from doing it, he cut my belly, took my liver, and cooked it. While he was chewing my liver, he said I would understand him someday. In my dream, I agreed with him, but I don't know why. In the next scene, I turned into a white cat, and the vet was doing the orchiectomy operation inside an art room. It's too terrifying, and then I woke up. I don't know why I had this dream. Maybe because I sent my cat to sterilization that month. Interesting. Thank you. Oh. Oh, there's some really scary ones in here. I don't want to get too scary. Creepy crawlies, bugs, and centipedes in these people's dreams. That's scary. Hi. From Tsuki, they said, I dreamed that I was in One Piece and became part of the Mugiwara crew. Hang on. And went on an adventure with them. I have very vivid dreams to the point where I can tell what the background looked like in detail, but I'll spare the details since it became a movie. That's cool. Yeah, I want to join the pirate crew. From Negima-chan. よくあることなんだけど、知らない人に追いかけられたり、恐ろしい体験をしてる途中で、あ、夢かってまだ夢の中にいるのに気づくんです。この間の夢は、家族を傷つけた、悪い人にナイフで刺される瞬間に、刺されたくないから起きようって思って目を開けました。基本、夢だと分かってるから、幽霊に話しかけたり一緒に遊んだりしてます。あ、すごいですね。lucid dreams in Japanese. How do you say lucid dreams in Japanese? ちょっと待って。こういうさ、ルーシッドの夢ってなんていうのかな、日本語。明晰夢はいなるほど。はい。明晰夢。なるほど。面白いですね。そう、夢だと、認識すれば、怖くなったらいつでも起きれるから。そこがいいんだよね。で、幽霊と話したり遊んだりするのは楽しそうだよね。俺も、たまに幽霊と遊んでますけど、夢の中でも遊んでみたいですね。楽しそう。ありがとうございます。Thank you. Here's one from Kiroku. They said, I don't like fish to the extent that one beautiful day I dreamt that a giant fish chased me to the point of death. Also, I don't even have any skills to fight back. After that, I was rescued by a group of people from the fish, but I think these guys had a lot of free time and somehow invited me to play jump rope. They said my jump rope skills were too good, so they accepted me as their disciple and imparted their skills to fight the fish. Then I became a famous chef at a 3-star Michelin restaurant. That's amazing. That's such a nice dream. I'm glad that you were able to get away from the fish too. Thank you. This is a nice one. Okay. From Weiyu, they said it's a little bit ridiculous and embarrassing, but after I learned about you, Sonny, that you like to eat negi, I dreamed that. Excuse me. Hang on one second. This BGM. Okay, here's a good one. Okay. So, from Weiyu, after I learned that Sonny likes to eat negi, I dreamed that my mother and I went to the supermarket to buy negi. I clearly remember my mama telling me it was for Sonny. That's so nice. Thank you. That's such a cute dream. Thank you. Here's one from Hachihaku. They said, I once had a dream where Vox cooked a meal for all kindred and it wasn't enough. So he did the thing Jesus did, where he halved the food and all the kindred here were able to eat for some reason. Lamau. Sasuga Vox. That's really funny. Thank you, Hanna, for super. Thank you, arigatou. From Cassandra, they said, I had a very strange dream once. I was arguing with a stranger about a Lolita dress and she pulled out a knife and slashed my neck. My neck is about to fall off, leaving only a bit of skin stuck together. But instead of going to the hospital, I took the elevator downstairs to look for my mother. It's hard to talk like this, I said as I kept talking to her. That's crazy, isn't it? That is crazy. What the hell? Yeah. Should have just gone to the hospital. You know, these dreams. Dream logic doesn't make any sense. Here's one from Potato. I said, I had a horrible dream. I'm on my way home. I take out my key and open the door. My house is dark because I switch off the light, and when I step in, I feel like someone is staring at me. I lift my head and look to the ceiling. What the fuck? People are stuck to my ceiling. You know, spiders? They look just like spiders, hands and legs stuck to the wall. And their head turns 360 degrees and stares at me. Shit! In the dark, right? Their eyes are shiny and the only light in the darkness. Wow, scary! That's really scary. Damn. Here's one from Lavideth. They said, I was running with my dad in our village street road and we stopped upon a store to buy some drinks. And at the cashier girl turned into a big dinosaur. Suddenly, the store collapsed into a paradise of dinosaurs with amazing scenery that has never been seen before. And then I woke up in a bed, not knowing who I am, but my instinct moved on its own like I lived in this place. Realizing that I was in a dream, and that dream was me entering a new place to stay. Naruhodo. Dinosaurs. I like dinosaurs. Dinosaurs pog. Here's one from Sky. They said, I dreamt of a zombie apocalypse. I knew it was a dream right away because I already dreamt that dream multiple times. And the course of the dream was the same every time. My friend jumped from the top of a bus yelling, parkour! Landed on the ground and broke her leg. Then my group broke into a department store and found the furniture section where they had beds. We barricaded the door and slept on the beds. When we woke up, there were zombies on the glass roof. They broke the roof, fell on top of us, and the dream entered there. Oh, zombie apocalypse. We seem to have a few zombie apocalypse dreams in here. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a zombie dream before. Let's see. Yeah, I've never had the zombie dreams before. It seems like they're pretty common for others, but maybe I just haven't watched enough zombie movies. Maybe that's it. Here's a dream from Mirai. They said, I had a dream where I was really pugging good at Valorant and was headshotting everyone. I've never played Valorant before. Cool dream, thank you. From Jandy, they said, I had a dream where I was sitting in a corner, opening myself up with a scalpel, taking out my internal organs one by one and placing them on the floor besides me. Surprisingly, it did not kill me. Another from Jandy, I had a dream where I looked up the definition of facetious because I wasn't sure if I was using the word right. When I woke up, I looked it up IRL and my dream's definition was correct. Sometimes your subconscious do be smarter than your conscious brain. Naruhodo. From Little Table, I recently dreamed of a war inside a castle. In the dream, the commander tried to teach me how to use a gun, but I still don't know how to use it. I keep practicing to use it, and I accidentally shot my roomie and she shouted fuck to me. Then I woke up. I told my roomie that, and she said if she dreamed about war, next time she will shit on me definitely. Lamau. Cool. Medieval warfare. See. From Tainy, I used to lucid dream often, and whenever I knew I was dreaming, I'd purposely throw myself off a flight of stairs to wake myself up. Eventually, I did this so much, I started to get addicted to the feeling, and now I really like stairs. What the fuck? That's so strange. Tainy, are you okay? Why is that your first reaction? Like, oh, I'm dreaming, I can do anything I want. Time to throw myself off a flight of stairs. You can do anything. Like, you have enough like consciousness to throw yourself off stairs. Why wouldn't you do something like more fun or productive? That's so crazy. What the hell? That's really interesting though. Thank you though. Yosh. Let's see. Oh. Here's one from Groundless. My dad wear nothing and said he is going outside. I was so shocked, then I woke up. Fascinating. Short and sweet. Hi Zan, thank you for the super. They said I had some occurrences where I would dream of something like a scene IRL and the exact same thing would happen perhaps years later or so. I think the term is deja vu. Have you experienced that, Taicho? It happened to me a few times. Oh, I don't think I've ever had like a dream that predicts the future or anything, but I definitely get that feeling of deja vu sometimes. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I can't even think of any like specific like examples. It's always something like really insignificant. But yeah. Interesting. Here's one from Sunshine Ikki. They said, I had a dream where there was a terrorist attack in my city with a hint of supernatural. They had these huge rockets that could point a laser and kill someone in an instant. Even though I was some kind of ninja, I still got killed and became a ghost, but people could still see me. Like I could literally fly and go through walls, but everyone around me could see me. So I just had fun being a ghost and not caring about anything. Lol. And they said, in most of my lucid dreams, I have barely any control of my body, but I'm still conscious and aware I am in a dream. I'm not sure what that kind of dream is called. Well, that's a lucid dream, even if you don't have much control. If you don't have much control, yeah, you're still being aware of your dream. That's a really cool dream, though. Thank you for sharing that. That I feel like I have a lot of parallels in my dreams with that. Yeah. Cool, cool. Oh. Here's one from Lean. They said, I remember this dream very clearly because it's really creepy. It started when I'm just walking around and I feel something is following me. I tried to run away because I got scared. When I ran on the other side, a girl with a blurry face was standing in front of me. She was holding a knife and smiling. I feel a killing intent. I ran again in different directions and I saw that she's following me. I'm really scared that time and I didn't know what to do. I feel like I'm running forever in the maze and there's no dead end. I tried to wake up and open my eyes. I moved my body, but it isn't responding. I got very scared and asked myself, am I still dreaming? I forcefully wake up again and finally I managed to get back to reality. It was really terrifying and a memorable dream. Oh, that's scary. I don't like dreams where you're chased or followed by things. It's scary stuff. Yeah. It's been a long time since I really had a proper nightmare. I've had like bad dreams and sad dreams and violent dreams, but it's been a long time since I had a really scary dream where there's monsters or anything chasing me. I mostly only had those when I was very young. Yeah. Thank you for super. Arigato. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Here's one from Jalva. They said, I once had a pretty bizarre dream. Inside that dream, I fell into a bottomless pit. And to my surprise, my surroundings were not that dark and my eyes followed a spark of light moving to my right. Then I came to realize that I was dreaming when I tried to touch that light with my hand. The light grew bigger and until it transformed into an unknown creature. For the love of God, you would never imagine what it was. It was Finana, I think, but strangely enough, she was wearing Petra's clothes, not giving me enough time to process what is happening. Finana swam towards me, holding a pair of forks, with a big smile on her face. I was relaxed, since I knew that it's all just a dream, until once again, realization hits me. How was Finana able to swim when I clearly fell into a bottomless pit? I looked around to find that my surroundings had changed into an ocean. As if that wasn't enough, a shark came out of nowhere and it ate me! I opened my eyes inside the shark's stomach and I found myself being in my room. I woke up. I don't think I could ever look at Finana the same way again. Oh no! Finana didn't do anything wrong. It's just a dream. It's okay. That was a really interesting dream though. Being in the ocean is very scary though. Yeah. Here's another dream that I didn't have it written down or anything, but one of the earliest dreams that I can remember, you know, I must have been very, very young, you know, maybe I was only 3 or 4 years old or something. I'm in a vast ocean. There's no land in sight. There's only stones in the middle of the ocean. There's only like stones making a path separated, and the only way to move around is to hop from stone to stone in the middle of the ocean. And I can see in the water, deep in the water, there's plesiosaurs, the dinosaurs. They're in the water, and I can tell that if I fall into the water, they're gonna get me. And so all I can do is hop, hop, hop from rock to rock, forever and ever. That's a dream that I've remembered for a long time. I still remember what it looked like, and the dinosaurs in the water, they were so scary. Yeah, so being stuck in the middle of the ocean with nowhere to go, very scary stuff. Yeah. Here's one from Shiroi Kage. They said, I was very small and alone, looking at tall buildings. I tried to walk, but I can only hop around, only to realize I'm a small bird. Flapping my wings really hard, I felt the wind pushing up my wings, but I can't fly any higher. I chirp out loud for help, but no one answers me. I cry, but kept flapping really hard until I found myself flying high into the light pink sky. I almost fell down a few times, but I still fly higher than the moon. Wow, that's a really interesting dream. You're a little bird. Wow. That's cool. But you were able to fly up after trying so much. Nice. Okay, so here's a Japanese one from Yukioka-san. They said, 友人が段ボールで作ったベーコンを見せてくれて本当に本物にそっくりだったのですごい本物みたいだねと褒めたら、じゃあ食べてみてと口にその段ボールを詰め込まれる夢でした。夢の中だし、もしかしたら食べられるかもと思って噛んでみたけど、普通に段ボールの味だし全然飲み込めなくてリアルだなと思ったところで目覚めました。おー、すごいな。そう、夢って案外細かいですね。こういう詳細っていうか、すごい。ありがとうございます。Thank you. Oh. Got a few astral projection dreams as well. なるほど. Damn, sorry guys, I'm just scrolling through here to find like dreams of a good length that look like interesting. A lot of them are just too long, unfortunately. I just can't spare so much time on each dream, unfortunate. Here's one from Yasmin. They said, I had a dream that I went to a Showa-styled haunted house with my friend. There was a vending machine that you can choose the theme you would like to explore. My friend chose a theme that there was a beautiful lady who tries to lure a Shota boy. When the boy closed his eyes, the lady's hands became tentacles. It was so realistic and I felt so scared. But my curiosity didn't stop me. I chose a theme called Okasan no Bento. I preferred it might be something bloody and cruel. But then, a woman ghost jumped out and started to push me to eat karaage, which is my top favorite food. After that, I pushed the same button repeatedly and ate many of the karaage. They were so delicious. You can also order different flavors of karaage, but I woke up before I made the decision. Sag, I think Okasan will treat you good and give you food that you like, even if she became a ghost. That's such a nice dream though. See, it seems like it's gonna be scary, but if you just stay positive, the mama ghost is gonna come out and give you a lot of karaage. Yum yum yum. That's nice. Thank you for sharing that dream. That's a nice dream. I like that. Karaage. From Deepa, they said, there was a time I dreamed about how I could become one of the samurais in ancient Japan. I defeated many enemies, ate a lot of onigiri. Brackets. Yes, I love onigiri emoji so much. And what I liked the most was the view of the cherry blossoms falling when I was sitting relaxed around the tree. But suddenly, I somehow became a dinosaur that destroyed the world. What a twist! From samurai to dinosaur that destroyed the world. Thank you for sharing that dream. So I think it's because I wasn't very clear when I made the Twitter post, but I think a lot of people thought that when I said dream, I mean like your dream for the future, but it's actually what I meant was the dream when you're asleep. But you know, maybe I just wasn't clear enough, and a lot of people wrote their dreams as in their aspirations, like what they want to become in the future, for example. And I think that's what this one is. It says, I want to be a cheesecake. Good luck. I hope you can become a cheesecake. I hope your dream can come true. Let's try this one. So from Sky, they said, I once dreamed that I would become a biologically modified lizard. People would anti-corrosion and observe their bodies until one day when I woke up and broke the invention and rushed out. As a result, I was tied up and caught back. then I was scared to get up. I'm not sure. Maybe the translation was a bit off on that one. I didn't understand it was anti-corrosion. But very strange dream. I don't think I've ever had a dream where I became a different animal or creature. That's very strange. But interesting. So, from Kanase さん、私の知らない住宅街で思いっきり飛びながら移動する夢を見ました。住宅街にある建物はすべて、白で思いっきり飛んだら奥に海が少し見えました。飛ぶ感覚や落ちる感覚があり、自分の意思で移動していました。おー、すごいですね。いい、なんだっけhow do you say it again? 明晰夢だっけ明晰夢ですね。素晴らしい。ちょっと世界観もあっていいですね。ありがとうございます。はい。From Maple, in reality, I watched ghost movies with my friends, but at night when I was sleeping, I dreamed a lot of ghosts chasing me. When I wake up in the morning, I shared it with my friends and got ridiculed. Oh no! That's mean. They shouldn't bully you for your dreams. Right? It's too bad. It's okay. Ghosts are not real. Yoshi. Oh wow. There's some really nice ones, but they're just really long. I'm afraid I can't read the extremely long ones. From Uhui, they said, I repeatedly dreamed that I was killed by the same person. Every time I am about to see his face, I will be killed immediately and never see his face. There are more than 100 ways to be killed, updated daily. Wow, that's scary. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, so sometimes you have like serial dreams, where that dreams, that repetitive dreams of the same theme. That's scary. From Yasmin, thank you! 唐揚げ美味しかった。よかったです。また、唐揚げの夢見れるといいですね。俺も見たい。唐揚げ食べたいです。ありがとう。Find more of the maybe the sleep paralysis, or maybe the astral projection ones, out of body ones. Let's try this one. Okay. So from Namak, they said, I was sleeping in the afternoon and I was very tired that day. I think I was gonna sleep for a long time. I don't know why, but I'm just awake like an hour later. I climbed down from my bed is an upper bed, and then I went out of the bedroom, and I clearly saw my brother was sitting on the sofa watching TV. The picture in my head was weird. All the things were really foggy. It seems my brother could not see me. And because I was really tired, I tried to go back to sleep, and when I went back to my bedroom, I saw myself sleeping on the bed. I was very afraid. I want to go back to my body, so I lie down, and after that I still cannot move my body, but I cannot go out anymore either. I tried to relax myself and close my eyes. I think it is interesting to say I closed my eyes again as I was sleeping at that time. Yeah, even though you're sleeping, you're closing your eyes, right? And then I opened my eyes again. I saw the ceiling of my room, so I thought that I woke up at that moment, but I was wrong. I saw a black shadow with human shape next to me. It shocked me, and I just screamed, and then I woke up again. This time, I'm actually sitting on the bed and sweating a lot. Oh, that's really interesting. That's scary though. Yeah, so you can have experiences like this, like dreams that seem like you have woken up, or that your spirit has left your body. That's very scary. Wow. Interesting though. I've had a few experiences similar to that, or just like I couldn't move, but I don't think it was that scary. Like sometimes you see like dark shadow figures when you have sleep paralysis. Yeah. I don't think I've had any that bad. That's very scary. From Yuichiro, Shu has killed Sonny with bananas. What a horrible dream. He would never do that anyway. From Ryu, I got stomped by an elephant. Ouch. Unfortunate dream. I'm just sorry, I gotta take another quick toilet break. Excuse me. Excuse me, one moment. I need more water. Oh, Misa. Okay, so let's try and read some more dreams from you guys. You submitted some really interesting dreams. I'm enjoying these. It's really cute. There's a lot of people that submitted dreams that involve the NIJISANJI livers. That's really cute. I guess that just means that you guys really think about us a lot. Thank you. Okay. Here's an interesting one. Okay, from Yoika. They said, Sonny, good evening. I often have nightmares. I once dreamed that a boy who had nothing to do with me killed 2 of my best friends in my class and then threatened his life to force me to fall in love with him. Whenever a friend came to help me, he didn't hesitate to kill him directly. I tried to defect, but was arrested and put under house arrest. When he was away, I accidentally found a secret room and found mountains of corpses and bottles and cans of various human tissues and organs. Then I was found by him. He was very angry. He scratched my skin with a knife, resisted fruitlessly, and was pushed down the high building, so I woke up. I can't forget the scene of my friend dying in front of me in my life. Wow, that's really scary. I'm sorry, Yoika. That must have been very traumatic even. Yeah, sorry. But that's a very interesting dream. Thank you for sharing that. Very scary stuff. Oh damn. Some of the ones that I've been reading, they're pretty bad already, but some of the ones that I'm not reading are even worse, trust me. I even said, like, try not to write anything too what do you call it, like sensitive or like disturbing. But even some of the ones that I'm reading out, even they're a bit much, so I'm sorry if this is like uncomfortable for some people. But you know, it's just dreams, you know, it doesn't really mean anything. It's just all unconscious stuff. Oh yeah? That's a lot of suppas. Thank you. So, so here's one from Yuiko. They said, I have lucid dreams once in a while. I wonder if I'm too realistic or if I am not in control. Perhaps my poor motor skills are reflected in my dreams. While my friends fly freely and effortlessly, I fly up in the air with a humph, humph, as if I'm struggling. My image is that of Peter Pan and Wendy right after she was sprinkled with pixie dust. When I have nightmares, I sometimes associate myself with magically setting fire to the monster and defeating it. But that's not really possible. So seriously, I run around like a mob character being killed for seconds in a comic book, and then I wake up just before I die. Nothing convenient happens in reality or in dreams, but I am fine today. Sonny, I hope you are doing well too. I am doing fine. Yes. Interesting. Yeah. But you know, maybe, I bet if you were to maybe do a bit of research and do a bit of practice, you would be able to control your lucid dreams a bit more. Yeah. That's interesting though. Yeah. You know, I don't know if you've read too much into it, but maybe like if you could try some exercises or techniques, maybe that might help you control your dreams more. Yeah. That's cool though. Thank you, thank you. Ah, thank you for the supers, Choco. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That's big rainbow super. Arigatou. Thank you. And from Debbie too, thank you. Arigatou. Thank you. Also the Niji Spa. Thank you so much. We got the double Niji Spa at the same time. Thank you so much, guys. Arigatou. Thank you. We're starting to come to the end of the list of all the submissions. Now we're getting there. So let's try this one. From Karito, I had a dream about baking cookies with my mate Jackie Chan. I was at his house, but the thing is, his house was my house? Bruh, and then I was left in the house he was living, which was mine, and went back to my house, which was his? It doesn't make sense, but I was stuck on a loop and got tired of it, so I started throwing hands with him. Those cookies were good as fuck though. Naruhodo. Cool dream. You got to meet Jackie Chan in your dream though, and you got to throw hands with Jackie Chan? Damn. He was probably going easy on you, right? For sure. Nah. Here's one from Ren. They said, "Hi Taicho, I have some dreams where I know I'm in a lucid dreams and would try to fly. When I do manage to, I sometimes occasionally go so high till I can see the whole world, where you can see the land, the sea, and the clouds. And sometimes the moon is visible in the dream. There were times where if the moon is half or on other cycles in the dream, and when I wake up, the moon is the same in real life too, even when I didn't take notice of it before going to sleep. It has happened multiple times. I wonder if what they say about the soul leaving the body when we sleep is a real thing, cause it is kinda spooky but interesting at the same time. Have you had similar dreams like this before? Interested in knowing. Thank you, Taicho." Not really, but that's pretty interesting, you know? It might just be a coincidence, or maybe you're just unconsciously like paying attention to the lunar cycle. Yeah, that's quite interesting either way though. Naruhodo. This one is quite scary apparently. Let's try this one. Okay. From Delta. I sit on my living room sofa and I stand up to look out from the window because of the shouting sound outside. There are two animals eating people. Their outfits look like the creature from the movie Tremors, but much smaller. Their skin covered by liquid, and there is a body part flashing on top of their head. It will first use that to light up the human's face. If you don't close your eyes, it will attack you and kill you with sharp teeth like the shark around their mouths. I heard the steps, so I ran into my bedroom. If I don't open my eyes, I'll be safe anyway. I believed I just needed to pretend I was sleeping and they would go away. You know, even if you close your eyes, you still feel the light around you. I can tell they are staring at me from the light on my face and that breath. After a long while, I cannot do this anymore. I would be eaten by them. Then I opened my eyes. I was awake. I still cannot tell from which part I'm not in that dream. Oh, scary. It's like, it's scary because as long as you keep your eyes closed, they won't attack you, but you have to open your eyes eventually, otherwise you're just going to be stuck forever. It's going to be really stressful. Damn. Scary monster. し。Here's one from Janny. They said, regrettably again, I dozed off during one of the Minecraft streams. In my dream, I was in Minecraft, and for some reason, I needed to get a creeper's head. Reasons unknown, but I was very scared I would die. So I went to this house in the woods and found a creeper's head there and took it. I went back to my base to breed more cats. The next thing I knew, all my horses are dying, and the culprit is none other than Mooney Brisko. I was shocked and yelled, Mooney, what are you doing? He glared at me and said, you filthy thief, while proceeding to kill my horses. I didn't know what to do, so I started throwing bread at him, but that made him angrier. Luckily, Mr. and Shu pulled up in a jeep to save the day, and Mr. asked, are you lost, you sweet thing? I was about to say something, but he cut me off and said, I wasn't talking to you. He then turned over to Mooney and wiggled his eyebrows. Mooney looked at me and smiled, then started laughing. For some reason, the jeep turned into a large horse and Mr. Shu and Mooney got on top of it and rode off into the distance. I was so upset that I went to this academy to study, and my teacher was my sister. That's all I can remember. Here's one from Sue. I saw a non-limbed lobster twerking on the table. It looked like a 50 centimeters long lizard in Rain World. Then someone threw it into the box. Suddenly, it jumped so hard toward me. It was disgusting. I ran out of the room, but it was chasing after me. After I woke up, I saw it on my friend's Instagram story. Disgusting! Thank you. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Someone said, I'm a bilingual who speaks English outside and another language at home, and according to my family, I sometimes sleep talk in English. Once I yelled, stop, multiple times while sleeping and made my mom wake up in the middle of the night. I think I had a dream where my friends at school were tossing me up and carrying me around. I was just curious, in what language do you dream or sleep talk? Do you have any episodes of sleep talking? Sorry if this is too off topic. No, this is interesting too. I mean, usually it would be English, but I've had moments in dreams where I speak Japanese or the other characters speak Japanese. Yeah. Yeah, but generally it's mostly English. Oh, that's a sad one. I don't want to read that. From Meli さん、はじめまして。時折見る夢を投稿します。小学生の頃に戻って通学路を飛ぶ夢を見ます。自分だけではなく、出てくる人はみんな空を飛べます。しかし、飛ぶと言っても自由に飛べるわけではなく、きちんと車や飛行機のようにスピード、高さともに制限があり、みんなそれに従って通学路や通勤ルートを飛んでいきます。自由に飛ぼうと思えば飛べると思うけれど、試そうと思ったことがないのでわかりませんが、よければお納めください。なんだろう、日本人らしいですね、なんか。自由に飛べたとしても、迷惑かけたくなくてきちんとしたルートを通って飛ぶんですね。偉いです。尊敬します。ありがとうございます。 ちょっと読んでみようかな。隊長こんにちは。This from ニナさん。Okay。隊長こんにちは。私が見たのは、迷路になっているボロボロの船の中に閉じ込められて、囚人服を着たお化けに追い回されるホラーな明晰夢です。寝ている時の感覚としてはゲームをプレイしているような感覚で、第三者の自分が見ている感じで、夢だなって気づきます。はい。曲がる方向とかも自分で決められるし、迷路の中にあるギミックを解いて外に出ないといけないんですが、それも解いていました。はい。ただ、分かってても自分では起きれなくて、夢が覚めるまでしばらく見ていないといけない半覚醒状態です。はい。少しでもお役に立てたら嬉しいです。面白いですね。ちょっとゲーム、やめられないゲーム。クリアしないと起きれないゲームみたいだな。ちょっと怖いけど面白いですね。興味深きありがとうございます。I like this track. I'm gonna keep this BGM for a while. I think this is really fitting for what we're doing right now. From Pochi、 隊長に背中から抱きついて思いっきり匂いを嗅ぐ夢を見ました。すごくいい匂いだったのに起きてしばらくすると忘れてしまって悲しかったです。残念ですね。はFrom Tututing, I dreamed that my cat was driving my car to have a girlfriend and was given 3 tickets by the police. Hang on, let me start again. Hang on. Hang on. I dreamed that my cat was driving my car to have a girlfriend and was given 3 tickets by the police. I am angry, so I had a sumo match with him and I lost. That's so fucking funny. I'm in tears. Oh shit. That's amazing. That's the best one yet. Short and sweet. That's so good. Thank you. Arigato. Man, that pacing. That Chainsaw Man pacing. Twist after twist. What the hell? Hang on. From Toki Toki. 最近、家にゴキブリが大量発生して、それを モンキーサニーで、サニーが、スマッシュコクロッチキル
スマッシュコクロッチキル
とか言いながら、銃で床に穴開けて一匹もキルできてないのに、サニー
ハッピ
ーと言って、私が寝ているベッドの下に帰ってゆく夢を見ました。楽しかったです。よかったですね。あれじゃん。Kill it with fire。雲を殺すゲームのやつじゃん。はいはいはい。From DD, they said, I had a dream that a convenience store was selling a self-service salmon salad that was plump and marinated beautifully. But I only clip one piece, which costs $2,000 US, and I don't have money to buy it. After finally borrowing money from other customers, I woke up in a dream. I didn't eat anything. So sad. That's so sad. You got the $2,000 salmon salad, but you didn't get to eat it. From Rosalind Francis. In my dream, I became a detective-like person to investigate the serial killer. I also had an assistant to help me. After a series of complex investigations, I found that the serial killer was my assistant. Then he killed me because I found his secret. In another dream, I went to a children's clothing store. While I was stretching, the puppet model of the store suddenly came alive and grabbed my arm. In most of the dreams I remember, it's always scary. I remember the scenes so clearly that I can draw them. Unfortunately, I'm not good at painting. Oh, that's a bit scary. Interesting. Very interesting. I like the detective setting. It's not often that I have dreams with like a story of like a setting like that. That's cool. Like something out of a movie. Hang on. How can I read this? My formatting here has gone a bit funny. It's hard. I can't read all the text here, but it looks like a good one. Okay. So, from Debbie, they said, I'm very interested in lucid dreams since childhood, so I look for many ways to make lucid dreams. I decided to keep reminding myself, I am dreaming now. Remember, I'm in a dream now, before I fall asleep every night, and someday I finally succeeded. I was in a huge swimming pool, and I completely knew I was in the dream, so I started to make anything I wanted to play. Water slide, rafting tube, banana boat, jet ski. Haha. Although it was a boring story, I really had a lot of fun in that dream. I missed that dream so much. I never had a lucid dream again since then. Lucid dream is too difficult to happen. But that's such a nice dream. That's so cool that you, when it finally happened, you were able to have a good time. That's so cool. You had a jet ski in the swimming pool? It must have been a big swimming pool, huh? That's nice. I hope you can have another lucid dream soon. Thank you. Oh. From Reika, they said, I once had a dream. In the dream, I walked onto a bridge which was paved with grey marble. The bridge stretched to the end where I could not see, so I stopped in my tracks. Then a blurred figure next to me said, Go, walk on the bridge of forgetfulness. I didn't want to go, so I ran away with all my might, and I woke up in that dream. I thought, I'm glad I didn't go up there. If I die, someone would help me. Will someone help me to burn the otaku collection in my room? Then I really woke up. What? That's silly. So they thought that they woke up, and their first concern was, who will help me burn my room, so they don't know I'm otaku. This is pretty interesting. Here's from Haku. They said, I had a series of lucid dreams that lasted for more than 10 years. I call them series because they all happen in one universe and on the same small map. I could see the similar surroundings in all of these dreams, though I was doing different things at different spots. I didn't have them often. The first dream occurred when I was in my year 4, and then I had 3 to 4 of them in my high school time, and then a couple later. In the first dream, when I was in primary school, I was playing some kids' games with a bunch of friends in a huge rural farm. A skyscraping factory chimney is located in the center of the farm. Oh, I was semi-lucid and having fun in the beginning. Then all of a sudden, I realized that was a dream because I don't have many such friends and I live in the city IRL. The face of those friends became ambiguous, but I could hear their loud laughter. Hang on. And I started feeling extremely uncomfortable in the crowd. Suddenly the crowd went panic and someone screamed, "He fell off!" I subconsciously looked up at the top of the factory chimney and saw a hand gripped at the edge of the chimney mouth from inside out. The crowd kept panicking. I squeezed out from them and rushed to the chimney. I climbed up the chimney ladder to the top and grabbed that hand and saved the person. The crowd followed me to the bottom of the chimney and witnessed my actions. Then they started cheering. I asked the person, that's hard to read, who I saved, to go home, then carefully moved to the other side of the chimney mouth where people can't see me and stayed there until sunset. Oh. Interesting. The following dreams was in a massive campus near the rural farm. I was mostly lost in buildings with indefinite stairs, endless hallways or self-transforming laboratories. I could see that chimney in the background all the time, through a window or when I escaped from the buildings. Naruhodo. Oh, that's really interesting that it's at the same place. It's at the same map for each dream for 10 years. That's amazing. Oh. Interesting. Devi, thank you for Akaspa. Arigatou. Thank you. Wow, that's a big one too. Oh my god. Thank you, Devi. Arigatou. I really enjoyed reading your dream as well, Devi. It was cool in the big swimming pool. I hope you have another nice dream soon, Devi. Thank you. Oh yeah, I just found another one from Devi. It says, I dreamed that we were married. 幸せだってありがとうございます。Thank you, Devi. It's like I received a supacha in my dream submissions. Thank you. That's so cute. ありがとう. Okay, so almost at the end here. I'm just gonna check a few more here. Let's see. Here's one from Sui. 家族で、 祖母の家でテレビを見ている夢でした。私はある医療ドラマが怖くて苦手だったのですが、そのドラマを視聴していました。剣の怖いシーンに入りそうになって、祖母にテレビを消してくれと頼んだのです。そうすると祖母は、目を開けば終わると言いました。でも何度開いてもドラマは進むばかり。困惑する私に祖母が、これはあなたの夢だから、ちゃんと現実で目が覚めたら終わるよ。と言い、その後目が覚めて飛び起きるという内容でした。明晰夢に入るが怪しいのですが、夢だと夢の中で言われたのは、それが初めてだったので、印象に残っています。すごいですね。夢の中のおばあちゃんに、これは夢だよって言われたのに。すごいね。珍しいですね。いつもなら、夢の中に出てくる人物は、夢だということを、なんていうの、教えてくれないし、聞かれても、夢じゃないよって、答えてくるから、すごいですね。きっと、優しいおばあちゃんなんだよね。だから教えてくれたんだよね。ありがとうございます。I'm just flipping through to see if there's any more nice ones I might have missed. Yeah. Well, I might just finish reading around there. Okay. So, back to reality now. And ちょっと待って。Okay. And we're back. Thank you everyone who submitted their dreams. Thank you. 夢の話を投稿してくれた方、ありがとうございます。とても興味深い内容が入っていました。ありがとうございます。Thanks everyone for sharing your dreams. And a lot of them were quite personal. Thank you for opening up like that. They were very interesting, and I'm what do you call it? It's very it makes like good reference because I'm really interested in how the dreams work. Yeah. Okay. So I guess that's pretty much it. I didn't have much else planned for the rest of the dream. I said pretty much everything I wanted to say. Once again, yeah, sorry if some of the contents were a little graphic. It's just what happens in dreams. You can't really help it. It just happens. It doesn't necessarily mean anything, but yeah, sometimes funny things happen in dreams. So, thanks for sticking around. I hope you thought this was interesting. I had a lot of fun talking about the dreams. I love talking about dreams, and I want to talk more about dreams. Maybe we can do something like this again sometime, Yeah, and I hope that anyone that is interested in this found this maybe useful. If you can try and take some of the information that we shared today, and you can try to change your experience with your dreams, or maybe try to do lucid dreaming or have more control of your dreams. Yeah. So good luck if you're gonna try that. It's fun and it's interesting. Yeah. I feel like I'm saying that word a lot. It's very interesting. Because it is. I don't know what else do you say. It's very mysterious. Yeah. So that's about it for the stream tonight. I'm doing another stream tomorrow. I'm doing Rain World tomorrow. I can't wait to play more Rain World. That's gonna be fun, right? And yeah, we'll be doing some more stuff next week and so on as well. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna close the stream now. I'm gonna take some time to read all the suppas pretty soon. I'm not gonna read them tonight, I'm sorry, but maybe another time, maybe tomorrow if we have time. We'll see. Okay, so that's it. Thank you everyone and goodbye. See you. Arigatou. Bye bye. Oyasumi. Bye.